Actually, can't see me in there, can you? Actually, I'm going to. All right. All right. Definitely am late today. So what time is it really? Okay, Google. All right, so let's see. A little confused here. Are we not supposed to be springing forward, not backwards? So if we're springing ahead, the clocks were 7, they would be 8 now, right? So I'm guessing spring ahead, not fall back. Okay. All right, so it is 8. I just realized that we actually went ahead in time. I didn't realize that we actually put the clocks forward last night. I remember hearing about it, but I didn't do it. So I've been thinking it's been like 6, 7 earlier than it really was. So I'm late getting out today. I'm late to getting here. So hopefully we didn't miss too much of the energy that we're supposed to be, working with today. But it's been a great Sunday. Decided that because I wasn't here yesterday that I'd make it in today and be able to do some readings for you guys today. So let's see what happens today. Sunday I don't normally do this, but if I don't put in the Saturday, then I always end up coming in Sunday. I usually don't stay away for more than like one day in between. So yeah. What else is there new? New and exciting. What's new and exciting? What is new and exciting? What have I experienced over the last few days has been a little bizarre, more than bizarre, but especially that I was watching this program, this video today in regards to where it was something that happened in the Indian Ocean. There was what do you call an island popping up out of nowhere. I can't remember the name of the video. I got to start writing these ones down because they don't click in until later on, until I can like analyze them. Yeah, so it was an interesting day. I'll say that much. Things were very weird, very utterly impossible to be able to sync that information to another person that's sitting in the same room with you, that doesn't even have their YouTube channel open on. And it'll be in my history. I'll check my history. I don't have my laptop out right now, but we're watching a program, and it was bizarre because then his iPhone connected with the mysteries of an island in the Indian Ocean revealing itself. And I was just watching the program. This was a program that was recorded over, I think it was over a year or two ago that this video recording actually came out. And then from my partner's iPhone to actually get this information sent right at the moment they discussed the island, he got a beep on his phone. It was all about, the secrets they're hiding about this new island on the Indian Ocean that happened to reveal itself recently. So it was kind of a little bit eerie, but bizarre, but not unexpected. With all the, revelations and everything that people are doing nowadays, it really knocked home, though, when it sinks right into your timeline and you have no explanation for it. There's no possible way that a recording that was done 2 years ago would have enough residual effect to it be on somebody's iPhone. Like, it's uncalled for. Like, I don't have the answer to it. The bizarrety and the reality of spirits and everything manifesting and manipulating situations, that was impossible for anybody to sync that into some script or some, playwright that this whole is a shenanigan type thing. There's no possible way that could have been written in a matter of seconds of what we were watching. There's no possible way. No explanation. But it was very informative. It raised a lot of red flags for me in regards to the situations that there's no absolute explainable situation there. There's no way that anybody could debunk that in a matter of seconds. So I was kind of taken back today by that situation. I went, how much do we really understand going forward with, there was another video that a friend of mine on YouTube actually made a video on this a little while ago too, about these 3 people standing in front of a picture and doing the Baphomet sign of the Baphomet idol. Then I was thinking about this. Now this is really bizarre. Okay, so if you guys know what the Baphomet is with the horns and everything that everybody's, kind of going over with, this might come as no surprise. I'll find it 1 sec here. And this came shortly after this message came through, shortly after realizing that had gone on. And it kind of freaked me out. Okay, so that one has it. Okay, and then you guys are going to be kind of shocked at this yourselves. But please stick with me for a minute. Let me show this to you. So if you know what the Baphomet symbol looks like it's got horns and hooked feet and all that kind of information on it. And they took a picture of these three people standing in front of a sign, but below a skull. There's no possible way you could have wrote that into history or even into an experience. Of course, it's going to be right at the bottom. Where is it now? Oh, maybe it doesn't actually have that. But it does have the attending attempts to receive the information. Okay, so, and for those of you that do know what the Baphomet symbol looks like, this kind of brought some questions to my mind. If you notice, he's got his hand up in the direct same kind of resembling the upper half of the Baphomet symbol, with the hand gesture being totally the same as what a Baphomet symbol would have been, but there's no lower one. Then I think I saw, I'm not sure, I think it's in the other deck, let me check. But there was another one, and having the control over everybody, like that symbol is kind of like a bizarre one. But I'm going to find it in this one. So now this will blow your mind. Okay, so you have like the tarot cards that I read from normally are the female version, and then I've got the masculine version that I deal with. But this is going to blow your socks off. And it freaked me out. It made me kind of question who's in control of the energy. And you can share this with whoever you'd like, the information. No, this is just something that was revealed to me today. Now compare that to the Baphomet symbol. That is the exact hand gestures that the Baphomet gives. So it makes you wonder, who is the magician behind the readings that you're manipulating energy with? That's what I mean. Be careful of what you're bringing forward. When you're using your magic as a magician, be careful of the energy you're using, because I don't think that this is just a coincidence that this would be, the hand gestures of the Baphomet. It's almost like they're conditioning you to the situations, to the experiences, not allowing to let people actually show what they're really about. They get shut down. So this video may end up getting blocked because I just said that. But it makes you wonder, okay? Who's leading the show? That's why you have to take control of your power and do not let anybody access your energies at all. Because that's not a very grateful, experience if you're doing with dark magic. And, doing magic at all has raised questions in my mind whether I should be doing it anymore or not. But I'm not being harmed by it. I'm not being led by it. I'm not being controlled by it. I acknowledge that it's there, but I don't use it, unless I'm required to use it in defense of myself. But it kind of raised a little bit of thoughts in your head as to who's really in control and who's made that. Are we really seeing that this is happening right before our eyes and that we're part of it? All of us are part of this. So I don't mean to scare you or anything, but it may kind of get some wheels going for you. I don't see it as that, but when I saw that, I acknowledged it. I realized that this is, not just a reality. It's bizarre. So do some research on it. See what you come up with. I use all levels, but I don't use it for self-gratification. I don't use it for harming people. I don't use it for any further insight that's not shown. I don't go in looking for information or causing black magic or anything like that. I stay totally away from it. I do it for myself. I do it for assisting others in their journey. But for that to show up, that was kind of a little bizarre for me. And then having my partner's phone go off when we were watching about a planet or an island that came into existence just recently in the Indian Ocean. One second, I need something to drink. Okay, so I'm going to grab my laptop here. Hang on one sec. What about the Indian Ocean? Okay, so I got the laptop. We'll be able to show you guys what I was talking about just now. And to each their own belief system that this was actually being played out today was really kind of an energy that I wasn't expecting to have to see, but we're going to do this anyway. I don't think it was like harmful. I think it's more of an insight into the message of being aware of what you're dealing with, what your energies are playing with. Be aware of energies around you, and hopefully they are not manipulating it. So I'm just going to go into my history here and look. Okay, one sec here. Only watched a few, so this will still be in here, the actual link. There's a lot of videos actually I've watched over the last few days. I'm trying to find that one, but it was about this actual island in the Indian Ocean. It's called Starring Jack Dorsey and the Baphomet. If you go and look at it, you'll see the hand symbols that I just spoke of in regards to the magician card in the Rider-Waite Tarot. Makes you wonder, makes you question what energy you're drawing on when you're doing your magic work. That's what I mean. You could be creating black magic and not even realizing the magic that you're doing has an effect, a ripple effect to situations in people's lives. That's why I do it so that you understand both aspects of it. And a lot of people, one person I've heard on a YouTube live video that does tarot as well, saying that there's nothing to fear. That this isn't a reality. There is no such thing as negativity when you come into, the existence. Like there's not supposed to be. But I can say that, we do have it. We do get engaged in it, and we try to get away from it. And for people to tell you not to experience the negative, I think is very wrong, because I think the balance that you need, not totally to be on such a high vibration that you're not seeing anything else that's going on around you. I think you just have to be quite aware of when you're in your meditation cycle or whatever you're doing in a spiritual level. Be very careful of what you're interacting with. Be sure that you're interacting with a neutral energy, more or less, than negative and positive. You want to kind of walk the fine line. I do every day, but it kind of blew me out of the water when that came through. And then my partner's phone had lit up at the exact same time that it was playing on the video. Was just unsurmountable. I couldn't believe it, that it was just like weird, very weird. And then the other video was, where is it here? I can't find it right now. Why is it not showing up here? I was talking about the island and everything. Okay, where is it here? Maybe it's further up here. You know, there's it's somewhere. I can't even find it. But anyways, we're going to get started anyway with the energy reading. But like I showed you, this one is the card that I'm a little concerned about in regards to people using. And I'll get more into that when it shows up in a reading. I'll explain why. It's kind of been almost at the center of every single reading that I've done almost. Hey, Linda. So I just want to discuss this card a little bit further as far as spirituality and magic and what tools you're using to create this magic. I just got on, so yeah, Linda, I am going to be doing some readings. I'm just kind of putting some energy and thought into the chat right now in regards to this whole, I don't know if I want to call it a charade or programming or, you know, but it kind of hit me hard when I saw this in the Baphomet single. I don't play with black magic. I interact with spirits. Yes, I do. I don't actually manipulate them to manipulate anything in anybody's existence. You know, my guides are very, very important to me. I give them, you know, credits all the time. But I'm been kind of awoke to this card today, and it's really been sitting heavy on me in regards to its similarity to the Baphomet sign that has the exact same gesture in the hand field. So I'm kind of wondering about that one. I'm actually kind of questioning the magician now. What kind of magic is being used when we pull that magician card out? Makes me wonder if we're tapping into something that we shouldn't be, or somebody's tapping into something they shouldn't be going into. You know, so I reiterate that so much in my videos about the dark magic and the dark side, and you know, the lower vibration, is some people would call it, the devil, the hell, the, you know, the vibration that, you know, a lot of people are stuck, and then they feel like my take on that whole situation is my idea of them having to take advantage of that and kind of, you know, sell a part of them to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like it really hits me hard that somebody's energy could end up being used for ill purpose, not realizing what they're playing with, or I have an understanding that, you know, the symbology within that card, and I can't reiterate it enough as far as being careful when you're playing with magic, because that's what a magician does, is it plays with magic. You guys, be very careful if you want to be doing that. Like I said before, you could end up in a can of worms that you can't fix or close, or open a portal for the sake of the devil to come through. You know, you don't know what you're bringing through that when you open up the whole Pandora's box. Everything comes out. Talking about attachments, spirit attachments, you know, I don't mind my spirit attachments. I can actually be in control of them. You know, when I had that experience of a demonic entity taking possession of something that you find familiar, is where it will actually happen. So if you idolize, say, your partner, or you idolize a certain friend, that they may take that position within them, things that are important to you, or your children even, and they're not realizing it. You know, moments that they can't remember. But I remember it, Claire. I remember exactly what happened with that, deciding to go into my partner's body and manifest as a demonic energy. It was mind-blowing. It scared me. Because I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't prepared for experiencing that, I think, is what it really shot down to. But, you know, dealing now with both sides of the fence, and actually having to walk that thin line, and with the experiences of being choked and everything, you know, teaching me that only certain things can be revealed. Certain things are, you know, sacred. that a lot of people aren't leaving sacred, and causing all the upheaval with energy. It really, I don't know how to say it. It doesn't put me into like a bad feeling. It doesn't put me into bad energy. It doesn't affect me like that, but it makes me more inquisitive as to the person that's revealing or trying to have it revealed to them for the sake of self-pleasure or, the ego stuff, not to help others with it. It doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't. So just remember when I tell you that you've got a magician card, remember, do not use the magician card unless you seriously do need it, because it's linked. And I would be I will not take responsibility for anything that happens. Disclaimer note here that if you play with that black magic and the magician card, by no means am I going to be held responsible. I do not endorse using black magic. I do not endorse it to cause harm against anyone. I do not endorse the negative part that people will use it for. I won't endorse any of it. If you choose to use your magic and you choose to do black magic, I will not be held responsible or have any consequences coming towards me, because you've gone and done it on your own free will. And I've already explained that through the whole video, for the start of the video, why I do not condemn or not condemn, co-create with somebody like that. Okay, what you do with your information after it's given from spirit or the energies is your business. By no means, that's why I do not connect with the energy. I do not connect with anything that happens in my readings, because that's your information and I'm not going to intrude on that energy. That's your energy field that's replying to you. Okay. So we've going to do some more sandalwood here, because I feel like I'm going to have that on for majority of the night now. It raised a little bit of concerns for me. Right, so we'll get started. And yes, I'm actually vibrating because of that revelation that came through for me. It wasn't a message for me though, because it's not something that I do. I don't practice magic. All right, so let's see what's going on for you guys. The overall energy for tonight's reading will be what? Ancestors, oracles, people that want to assist in bringing forward positive vibrations with good messages that will help a person to implement them into their life, for good results, for healing purpose, for insight into their self and their position within this spiritual realm. All right, so let's start and let's see what energies have for us today. I'm going to do this first, the energy reading. Those ones are all too many. We're getting a lot of messages, and I don't know, maybe because I go through them so quickly that, that's why I get burdened with a lot of energy, which is fine. It's not a big deal. It'll just knock me out of my energy cycle for a little while, but, I managed to recycle my energy very quickly, regenerate it. I've learned that much from my experiences that I've had for the last 5 years to understand where I'm going with my life, understand that what I do with my life is mine, allowing myself to grow, allowing myself to interact on a neutral territory, though I never go into the dark realm at all. If the dark realm wants to have a discussion through meditation, then we do. Neutral ground, where I have still control of myself. I would never enter into the dark realm, because you lose control. It's very upsetting. It'll knock your socks off if you end up going down and experiencing something that you could bring back with you. A lot of attachments, and people not being aware that they're attached to. Okay, so the overall energy is the 5 of Swords. Wow, 5 of Swords. That's not... a lot of people are going to be moving forward with their energy. People are going to be pointing the sword towards the cause, determining the cause, and eliminating the cost of, this energy that's neutral, that nobody would actually notice was even there. But once you end up realizing that this is not a game, this is not to be played with as, doing anything negative. We're supposed to be working positive for the healing purposes. So people might be drawn toward you spiritually because you're working at purifying your energy on a daily basis, to be of assistance to other people, not just for self, movement. So there's a lot of direction coming towards you for you being revealed as an energy light source, right? Ace of Pentacles, being rewarded for being there to assist others in whatever form they come through as. Sometimes you'll get messages that'll help a person dealing with love be able to pass that message through. And that's what, see, I'm just kind of I got to really zone in here, you guys. I need to take a minute because this is not, I'm vibrating too fast. My hands are hot as hell. I need to slow down a minute here. This is just creating too much energy for me right at the moment. Okay, I can't get... Okay. It's like your hands, when they get over energized and you start feeling the energy, it's like you have been, when you end up, it's like sandpaper, or you're trying to open up a jar and you just kind of get that burn feeling after in the skin as you're trying to open up a can or something, and you get that feeling in your hand of like it's been chafed or something. You work too hard at getting that can open and you get that kind of funny feeling from the can, trying to open it, and you get kind of a mini burn from it. That's what it feels like. Like it's chafed, like it's like sandwood, like sanding paper on the hands, and it's just rough, even though my hands are smooth as a baby's bum, but the energy is just burning to come out. So it freaks me out sometimes like that. But the Five of Swords is going in the direction of a neutral zone between all dimensions. What I mean by a neutral zone is when you're in a meditative state, you ask to be, directed to your higher power, or, have your soul creators working with you in a positive note. But new beginnings coming for quite a few people that are genuine in their form. They will be received as such, as doing well. And you'll be the director of being able to assist people in regards to their journey. That's what I do here. But after seeing that today, it raised a lot of questions for me in my mind as to what this was really being pertained to the masses. Energy, 100%, feeling it. The Nine of Swords in reverse. So no more upset. I'm not going to have any more sleepless nights. The Nine of Swords is coming in to allow you to finally be able to rest. But you're not having a restful soul. Like your soul isn't at rest, but you physically are resting, but your soul is still going and moving. Just because your physical being stops doesn't mean your soul does. So the one thing I can suggest is take everything slowly. People are trying to go through this healing process, I think, a little bit too fast for their soul to handle. I'm feeling that a lot of people are, getting fed up with, this being residual, and getting fed up with wanting to heal from it, right? Whatever this energy, it could be, a person that's in the spirit realm that could have been an ancestor to you, or could have been in a like a connection with you while you were here, or while you are here, or while they were here. And it's a residual energy that we're dealing with, that we have to heal and allow to go on, right? Okay, back in there. So let's see what's going on in the overall. What the heck? Okay, go back. Okay. So the overall energy I'm feeling is a lot of people are getting very put into situations that, just really are painstaking. Having the realities reveal themselves to you in this dimension is a little bit more than some people can handle. But it's not that it's there to hurt you. People talk about demons and everything. I think of them as dark matter. I don't, acknowledge them into even having any control or power when they're here in my existence with me and interacting with me. But people are bringing through and forgetting to clear themselves before they finish their meditation. Energy can come through meditation, can come through prayer, if you're not praying the right way, having that direct connect to God, your higher self, to source, to the creator, whatever is your higher connection. You need to really draw on that when you're dealing with healing up the darker side of you, or the dark energy, the things that you didn't do right in life that you want to make better. I think that video that I saw earlier, it was a lot to do with reincarnation. It had a lot to do, wow, that's just went straight up real quick. And a lot of people are scared, I think, of making the transition of the unknown, are trying to figure out how to best suit and fix and work with energy. Like sword work. I don't even know. I can't even remember what swords represent. But it's double-sided. And you have to walk down the middle of that blade. You got two sharp sides on the other, and you're going to make sure, damn sure, you're not going to fall off and get hurt, right? Doing the balancing act and not getting the results that you want is all within your intentions of how you want to work with the energy. But a lot of people are using it. I'm finding that a lot of people are using it for payback, for revenge, for, applying it to someone's life, sending them bad karma, sending them bad vibrations because you have such a negative memory of the situation, or you've been hurt and you want to have payback. Trust me, you will get payback, because you'll get the return of the energy once it's done its job. That's why I don't send energy out that can't be used for healing purposes. It's all it is to me. It's a healing energy that goes out. People out there are not perceiving it as that. But that's what I've been told. And you see, like, having all these cards jumping at one time, there's so many messages that do need to come out. Not enough people actually delivering what is useful energy to people at the current state for healing, for your purpose in being in this existence, allowing yourself to be that. You have to count on other people to be able to continue moving forward, right? You always have to, be a social person, talk about your experiences, talk about your feelings, that people are just are there to support you and guide you. This could be your energy guides being beside you, moving you in a more positive direction and helping you. But a lot of people, I think, are too ego standing still in regards to allowing themselves to be told to feel. Right? I feel that you do have the support, but without that support, you're just kind of wondering, where do I begin? Where do I end? What's the beginning? What's the end? That's the infinity symbol that we all are getting given to us. Opportunities, moving forward with opportunities in your life that best suited for you, right? It's directed for you. So we've got the Queen of Swords coming in. Strength, power, and fire, and energy. somebody that's very in control of themselves, not using it for self-gratification, but using it to actually advance one's being into a more positive state of being, and achieving it by not causing harm to others and interacting with other people using a positive notion in regards to it. Like a queen, and then you have a knight that's handling the in-between, the protection energy that's running between you and the veil, the other side of people. You've allowed yourself to heal with the energies and understand what the energy is that you experienced, which could have brought a kind of a situation blending. I don't know why I'm saying blending. Working with that Three of Swords energy and having all these swords to deal with can be very overwhelming. So there's people that are coming into your life to actually carry you out of that existence, that are actually helping you move from one to the other, to the next level. And there's the Three of Swords, and then you've got the Six of Wands in reverse. So everything that you wanted to be working on, of the situations that have really hurt you in the past, really need some energy block or healing around that. We have the King of Pentacles marrying the Queen of Wands. So the interaction on different, with different type of people, it's not always, it's based on your knowledge and your experience that you interact with certain level people, and certain level people are at that level because of the work that they've done spiritually within themselves to be able to be, in the role of positivity. I feel that the the Six of Wands is coming through because it's replacing the Three, right? So now it's replacing the energy for you to heal from there in regards to the Three of Swords. But allowing yourself to heal from the love that you did have for the person that maybe is not meant for you, that's not at the same level of understanding as you, so they're not, comprehending the situation to help you. And you've had to call on other, sources to be able to bring it forward for you and say that you're healing from it and to guide you through the situation that you might be facing a hard time with. Like the Eight of Swords now, like you're feeling constricted with so much energy of healing around you now that you can't breathe. Like the energy of healing is just, unsurmountable, and a lot of it, can be very overwhelming. You do have people that are endearing to the situation that will be there to provide assistance only if you need it. You know what I mean? Only if you're requiring that energy to be brought to you to help you heal can you call on it, right? So I can say that, you pray for health, you pray for everything, you ask the universe for healing energy for you, for your spirituality, to continue down the path of happiness and joy and being able to move forward from situations, learning and teaching yourself to be of a better energy level. More strength is involved in healing. You have a lot of masculine but feminine supporters in your life that you can turn to, so you don't have to feel like you're constricted or not being able to continue because of the restriction. But they're all coming to help you release the energy from yourself. Okay, so, and you're going to have the King of Swords at the end of the day going, you made it. You actually made it through. Maybe a little bit shocked because you did it so well and so calmly, you were able to maneuver through your situations to make yourself heal. And, having the Eight of Swords show up with the King of Wands, or King of Swords, sorry, is maybe the person that you need to seek out, is this king that you're standing beside and requesting information from. Only the king can give. Like the king can only give an answer to somebody's question. You know what I mean? Like they have the authority overruling, what situations might be coming and be able to assist and send out energy towards how it's going to assist you in the long run. But you're still fighting. You're fighting tooth and nail to get through this. You're going to make it through. Just draw on the positive energies that are in your life. Call forward your guides, your energies, your spiritual advisors, that are in the spiritual realm. And do that through meditation or prayer or just silent sitting and just tuning into the whole nature vibration and feeling it, and not denying what its ability and capability is and why it's there. Right, bottom of the card is the Ace of Wands. Unveiling to the beauty of new beginnings and letting the old off, taking the old off so that the new can reign through. All right, so a lot of positivity, but there's a lot of healing in that sword energy that you have to face and move forward from. So you have to figure out what that sword energy is still, most prominent in your life, and figure out which ones this could be causing you, kind of a setback or a position of not being able to release from it, right? So you want to be able to be released from the energy, so that you can work, and you have strength, and there's strength in numbers, whatever that's supposed to mean, strength in numbers, for you or for anybody that's in the chat right now. Okay. We should take a spiritual card here. I'm beginning to wonder if we should do the animal guides today, pulling on the animal energy that we don't use a lot of. We don't call on the animals very often. So I think we might use some energy of that tonight, for us to be able to manifest from. And not relying so much on everybody else and your own energy, but being able to be of assistance from the spiritual realm, in the animal spirit realm. Okay. Let's see what the animals have to say in regards to the current state of affairs. There's something else. I don't know. I'm numb today. I'm very numb and very, I don't even feel like I'm in myself, like I'm not, this is like too surreal for me after the experiences that I had today. It's just been a hard time kind of acclimating to what I heard today, the energy-wise and spirits, situations that just kind of went poof, and there's no possible way that, that could really be happening, but it did. I know it was there. My partner was there, and it happened on his phone that we were watching this program, and then his phone sets off about the Indian Ocean, about some island that popped up in the Indian Ocean that nobody knows about, but we were watching a video on that exact moment as it was being said on the video that was recorded, I think 2 years ago or something like that. So we both looked at each other and we went, That's all I could say was, what the fuck? Excuse my language, but seriously, like, what the fuck? How can that script be so fine-tuned like that? I don't know. I don't ask. Maybe I should ask why we're experiencing that kind of energy where it's, I don't know if anybody else had that experience, but, when you're dealing with energy, a lot of people might be a little bit freaked out. So if you're freaked out, be freaked out, because I got freaked out. And I'm still freaked out. Like, I'm still in shock of the actual experience. Like, I can't put into words the feeling that I got, that it scared me, but it didn't scare me. Like, it was like, it had to be shown. It had to be revealed to me that this is the energy that we're working with. And, the messages that are coming from where I get my messages and where they are coming through even other people's situations or people being around me, they come through, and it's unexplainable. I can't explain it. I just can't. It's very surreal to me, right? It has been surreal to me for many years, and has set me back sometimes. Like, this kind of a situation would put me into a state of numbness for months. It did. Scared my partner because I wouldn't come out of my room, wouldn't come out of my bed, wouldn't eat, wouldn't drink. He'd force me to eat and drink. He'd have to sit there and force me and sit there while I would drink a glass of water to make sure that I was hydrating. Like, I was just numb. I wasn't computing anything that was going on around me. I wasn't asking for anything. And that was after doing, it laid me out for the energy that I spent on clearing energy from people's home, helping with a deceased loved one that was residual energy in their place, that wanted to remain there, but she was too scared to actually find out about the energy. She was left to her own as far as what she wanted to do with the energy, and she didn't want anything to happen to us, so she just let it ride. Um, and I was laid out for a month and a half. And it was freaky because it was like everything around me didn't understand or didn't hear or didn't know or care to understand about, my spiritual challenges that came up when I, had an out-of-body experiences, and my whole life changed right there. Um, feeling of being in a coffin box and going up to the black void and hearing this is what is important to you, and then seeing my children, and I got freaked out because I thought that I was already gone, that I was having to look down at their life and view them from this point in a death kind of state, like I was gone, like I'd left my body already, like I was gonna end up being called dead in the morning, and it freaked me out. It scared me. It did. But it was just a wake-up call to say, hey, listen, things are important down there, and you need to be looking after your situations and being aware of what is surrounding your family. There's divisions in your family that need to be healed. But it's hard to heal the division when the other parties don't understand the division in the first place. How can you correct it if your life is going and moving in a direction of spirituality, and your children are looking at you like you're a nut job and don't want to even understand it? How do you continue on if you're just the only one in existence from the family? Your children don't want to talk to you. They don't understand, or they're fearful of the situations. They want to keep their blinders on. They don't want to see the truth. And that's what I see. My youngest one wrote on her Twitter page, she says, how come it's so hard being lonely? How you're just afraid of being alone. And that was when I was going through my situation that she tweeted that when she went through, when she was on her way down to Arizona. She had sent that message. She says, why are you so scared to be alone? And I thought about that. I'm like, that's all I've been, is alone. I've only been alone, without my children predominantly in my life since forever. I make sacrifices for them. I get told I'm a bad mom because I did, because I don't have the interaction, so their father could stay in the country, sacrificing my mental state, saying that I'm a crackerjack coming out of the crackerjack box, and it was the best interest of their dad to take him, but it was because he was getting deported and he needed to have an excuse to stay. So I allowed that. Because it destroyed me. It literally destroyed me. It took away a lot from my life and value to my life. And it still does. Like, I have not even seen my daughter since the spring. Went out for dinner with her. Took her out for dinner. Didn't see her after that. They don't come to visit. They don't check in. They don't do anything like that. They just doing their own thing, and we're all on our own. But they didn't do their homework as far as the situations that were going on, or trying to understand just why this is happening. And now they're going to be left like standing in the middle while everybody else is awake, standing in the middle going, what the fuck? Like, how is this possible? It's going to give them a hell of a wake-up call. And that's the part that I don't want to have any part of. I'm going to have to be the one that said, I told you so, with the energy. And it's really difficult because, try to send out the energy to the kids and allow for situations to come forward. Okay, so we shuffled this one a lot, and we're just going to cut. We're just going to cut from the spirit guides that we get the connections that we need today in regards to spirit and what's in store for us. I'm going to shuffle these. I hate shuffling these ones. These ones are actually kind of hard to shuffle. They don't shuffle very well. But let's see what's in store. Let's check out the cards. Let's see what cards jump out today. All right, so we got the 3 cards that we need. Past, present, and future. So, so we have frog, which is cleansing. We have the magpie, which is balance. And we have the dolphin, breath. Which is what we were just talking about as far as clearing out the old energy, learning that how important the breath of life is comparative to your life, and understanding that, without that, how would you exist? So it comes down to the main existence of yourself, to be able to breathe, take in oxygen for all your internal parts, and being, healthy, and realizing that, without breath, we wouldn't have a lot. So learning your breathing techniques, possibly through meditation, that can help you through certain situations of anxiety or whatever. You can take and apply the breathing cycle in through the nose, out through the mouth, when you're overly anxious about a situation that's coming about or experiencing, like I am. Prana breathing is very shallow breathing. That is when your more advanced meditation state. I actually just came and tripped over it when I experienced that near-death experience, is that I slowed my breathing down. So it was basically so shallow you wouldn't even tell that, even my heart wasn't beating. You couldn't hear my heart or feel it, because it was like so low and so minuscule of a breath that, even now I do it. It's like I acknowledge it, and it brings me into a different dimensional realm in my meditations. But we got the magpie for balance, learning to have to balance everything. We have the balance in the middle of the cleansing and the breath. So learning to use both these energies to find yourself balance is very important. Cleansing your soul, your energy, through meditation, through the breathing technique. And then you have, the magpie watching over, bringing balance, because of the shape of his wings. He's trying to balance when he flies. And learning to have that balance within your own existence of everything that's going on around you, that you feel like you're a weigh scale and everybody just kind of jumps on this side or they jump on that side and just throw everything out of balance. As far as the numerology, we've got 4, 9, 11. 4, 9, 11. So that's 2, 4, that's 11, 15, which is 6. The energy of 6. Oh, the number 6 in numerology, I'll have to look that up, or somebody else can. But I have a feeling that it must be in regards to the balance as well. 6 being almost like the halfway point of balance. And maybe that's why I kind of feel so kind of beside myself, because I've experienced it so much that it's nothing new to me. But it was a shocker today. So I think that the spirit realm wanted me to acknowledge the existence and the power of the universe that day or today. That that I've gotten too comfortable possibly in relating to my life. I've kind of become immune to the messages, and I wasn't really paying close attention to my personal messages. I was always focusing my energy to be of assistance to others, and forgetting about myself, right? So I took some time for myself last night and did some deep breathing and did some of the meditation and going deeper with the wolf instinct meditation, and it was really cool. It was very informative, but I don't know why it is that I come back and I don't have the answer written down. I never have paper around me when I need to write these things down, or the experiences that I do have. They're in there. They're just going to end up being unlocked at different times, right? So, and then we have 9 people in the, so let's see. I'm going to get the book out, the guidebook. I want to know more about this little, the meaning of the dolphin here. There we go. About breathing, your techniques, everything. I know that we don't deal a lot with the animal energy, you guys. We really don't. We deal with more of like a attainable human existence or of that form. I don't think that we count enough on, the animals that are also delivering signs at certain times or making you realize the situation at that moment when they make their tribal sound, or the root or the magpie comes in and starts cawing away because there's something that you need to focus your energy on at that moment, living in the now. And dolphins being so socially interactive animals, I think it's meaning to go ahead and move forward, be um, be able to move forward and enjoy your life, and just learn to breathe when those moments get a little bit, you're going into a room of a lot of people and you're feeling very nervous. Check out your breath, your breathing techniques. You can actually take yourself into a different dimension and even have your eyes awake when you do your meditation. That's another thing that you can do. Be actually visual. Everything can be still visual around you. And then you can see the power of, you're focusing your energy on, say, an item in your house that starts swaying. You can actually make it move with just looking at it, and in your trance state of realizing how malleable this existence is for each of you. So Dolphin is one of the spirit midwives. Dolphin is present when we are born. She helps us take our first breath and then pilots us through life in much of the same way. And she will guide a boat from port out to the open sea. She reminds us to breathe as we embark on the creative ventures. If the dolphin has swum into your cars today, you are being prompted to review your life by asking questions that may trigger heartfelt reactions in your time of your mother's womb. Ask yourself what life was like for you. Consider the possibility that there may be things that you are trying to bring into fruition that unconsciously being blocked by your memory and your time in the womb. As you symbolically hold your breath, you are intuitively remember anxiety and the stress of your mother and your birth, for example. To answer this question, sit in the sacred silence, still your inner chatter and self-doubt, and in meditative journey back to the thought your life was, or thought through your life to your time in the womb. Retrieve the birth and first birthday, every birthday thereafter. They will act as anchors, starting points from which you may proceed and experience your life. Talk to your mother or someone you trust to help you remember. Evaluate the details and stand out as we see them in the foundation on which we remap your journey. As check into your life's blueprint and review your sacred contracts you signed before entering this world. See this as an opportunity to reclaim your power, rebirth, and final honor to the first breath you ever took. So it means going backwards as far as you can, and guiding you back through meditation to the beginning, of the first breath. And then you've got your magpie finding balance through your life. These are very complementary energies to each other, and they apply in everybody's, current life and affairs, right? Then we have our fabulous, there's Frog, okay. And these are all, these are all water signs, considered water signs in the spirit realm, spiritual energy. You've got a lot of blue behind them, so, this doesn't seem like it's a water energy, the raven, but he's there, or the magpie, sorry. But it's still, a mystical animal that's coming forward to deliver balance. So magpie is the beginning of balance, the yin and yang for bird world, an agent of awareness, embodiment that opposes that are equal to the force of champions and attainment of correct use of esoteric knowledge. Magpie is a doorkeeper to other realms, a guardian who lets only those willing to honor the sacred balance between the good and bad, light and dark, and feminine and masculine in all things to explore her world. If the magpie has swooped into your cars today, you are being guided in place of awareness. You are being shown that better understand the innate marriage between the opposite and the equal, and duality within all things. You are being primed for deepening the purpose of broadening your perception. Magpie arrives herald an obligation, confrontation of fears, the reshuffling of thoughts, review and values of loosening up everything that has offered sustenance to the strength up until now. It means being ready to walk in the path, the path of the heart to find a place of inner freedom, a quest for being understood of the poise and resides within you every day at nature expense. Right? So these are all, so much importance that can be given to even through the spirit realm. You don't actually have to have a physical human connection, but you can actually have a connection with the actual animal realm. And whatever way you feel that you're interacting with them, or, you have this little bird pop in, say, hi, little bird, because they deserve to have that energy and know it. Everything wants to be part of this existence of peace and serenity and glory and all these nice things coming to you, with the positive instinct and positive nature of everything that happens to be going on, right? So frog, the cleansing. If frog has swung into your way of your cards today, you are being encouraged to embrace your tears and to see them as a chance to rid yourself of emotional, physical, and spiritual burden. Frog is reminding you to take time out for yourself and shun negativity and fear to release the emotional baggage. All right, so that's like I was just correlating without even having the cards pulled, the energy that I was even speaking of. Focus on your number one. Focus on you. First comes spirit, then comes you, then comes everything else, right? So that's how it falls down the chain, is your higher self to you, tethered to you, and then you expand it all to other people in different ways and different avenues and different styles, right? And be aware that every single person you interact with is an individual person. It's not something that you have two or three of existing, right? You just deal one-on-one with people and get their perspective, because some people aren't ready for this kind of situations, or want to have an understanding. They get all freaked out and run the other way because they're fearful. They have fear-based energy going through them still. They're still getting the fear delivered to them through another person, place, or thing, right? So acknowledging that the animals, when they show up in your world, find out the meaning behind them. If something is repetitive, it's just like the signs and symbols that happen through the tarot cards. You can also receive the answers and everything through the correlation of spirit animals. And I have, for the last probably 3 years, had a crow that has been my spirit guide, and it's kind of cool to have him reveal himself in the actual existence that I'm in now. I always looked out to the crow and thought, what was the purpose of a crow, why it was there, but it was what was happening at the time they would caw, or the symbolism that they would be directing me to. Like I used to have one sitting out my window here and would always come in the window, and if it happened apparently 3 times, that I was going to lose someone close to me. But I didn't lose anybody close to me that I knew of, that I was aware of. But I did experience one where a fellow lady from the church had asked me some questions, and I was relating them to her, and I said, there's somebody who's going to pass away, that somebody's in the correlation to somebody that I was interacting with is going to have that loss happen to them. And it was a lady that used to come over from the church, and she'd come by and say hi, and that was her mother passed away that night, the 3rd night that I'd seen the crow coming into my window, which was beyond me. I felt really spiritual, but I didn't know how to understand or to awaken to that experience at that time. But it would always come in and be pointing towards, the direction that it was facing, that it was directing to, was this way, but it was pointing up to the church that was up the street, that I need to get, some spiritual, whether guidance from the church, or I need to focus more on my spirituality to understand, the shaman existence that is being given to me and training me for, the spiritual realm, and then going through all those experiences and toughening up the whole idea of dealing with them and not to be fearful of them, that they have no control. So it was kind of like my initiation to the spirit realm, and it kind of freaked me out. But with the job that you have, when you're dealing with spirit and energies, it's something else to be able to deal with them. We all can actually get to that level of being able to interact with them if you have the right person teaching you, or at least guiding you, not so much teaching you, because I didn't teach myself. I just went in and did it, and never asked anybody how it was supposed to be or how it was going to go, right? I never questioned that. I just went. I was just what I was supposed to be doing at the time. So yeah, so if messages that come through, they come through, and they're meant for whoever they are. I'm not going to be doing the individual, but more as a group of people on the chat that are sitting there wondering about situations that, the message will come through and it will reveal itself within the message. And I'm trying to quit smoking, but I'm working on it, But yeah, so whoever is requiring a reading, random ones today, it's whatever the energies want to pull forward. It's whatever. So that the spirit can give an overall to like a number of people. That way that we get messages out and to the people that need them, right? So we're going to start. I don't see my chat open yet. Hang on, where's my mouse? I've got to get my mouse. 1 second, guys. Where? It's still in the bathroom. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to try to get through what messages we can today. Just checking the chat, guys. First time I've looked at the chat since we started an hour ago, so give me a minute. 11111. All right, so Elizabeth. Hey, Elizabeth. How are you? So we have Elizabeth, Angela E, or Angel A. I ended up realizing that I was actually forgot to change my clocks today. Had stuff going on today, so for you that I showed up at like 8 o'clock. Thinking it was 7. I was like, I didn't set the clocks on time, but I was kind of in my own little world today. So yeah, so if you in regards to the stuff that I was just discussing, if you have any of these experiences that you want to kind of discuss that are private, feel free to email me. I'll share more of my stories that brought me to the point that I'm here. So who's all here? Daisy, Elizabeth, Angel A, Jessica. Okay, so you're second on the list. Okay, so we have people on the list already. We're ready to roll with the readings. Okay, so we're going to get going. The readings that I'm going to do for individuals as well, if you find information that's validating you as well, maybe it's a message that you can actually bring back for yourself as well. That it might be spanning a couple people. So if you find something that's useful from the readings that I'm doing for others, by all means, make use of them. But I am going to try to keep it, more general, more of a general read. I just got to set my timer up here because I really have to stick to a time frame because I don't get through them all if I don't. So. My mouse is acting up here. Come on, what's going on with you? Okay, there we go. So, I'll close this window because I don't need it. Okay, and this one. Okay, so let's move you over a little bit so you can see the people in chat. Okay, so we've got. Okay, so this one is not good. How do I get rid of that? So I want that one and that one deleted. So I'm going to add one. Okay, so hang on. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so we're going to get started here. Get this clock started. Okay, so we're ready to roll. All right, so spirit guides and energies. Can we get messages in for Linda is the first on our list, please. Whatever she's kind of needing guidance or information on, may my guides and energies be able to provide answers, truth to whatever the inquiry or the existence of the experiences that Linda's having in her life. All right, so let's see what's going on with you, Linda. Doing a lot of shadow work, I see. Shadows are starting to become maybe a situation for you that you're trying to understand a little more in your spiritual life. Let's see what other ones are coming through. but you're not engaging. I don't feel that you're engaging a lot with them. I think that they're trying to point you in a direction of more happiness. You know, but you're just kind of feeling like you were kind of feeling at a hopeless state. Okay. So 2 of Cups. So there's the 3 of Cups, and then you have the 2 of Cups. So there's could be a message coming through from a friend of yours. This it's almost like they're setting you up with someone. Okay, so they're setting you up on a date or a situation to kind of take your mind away from whatever's been going on in your life. So this could be your girlfriend saying you need to have something more exciting in your life, like we're going to help set you up on something, or a kind of like a date, or interacting with somebody that they feel that you'd be compatible with, because they're not liking you being single so long. So they're bringing forward the suggestion of this person to kind of shine a better light on things, to bring you into a more positive experience. And this person is on a spiritual path, so they'll understand you'll have this spiritual support that you require in a relationship, to come forward, and they're definitely willing to try to kind of understand it to a better extent, for you and this connection. What is this 2 of Cups energy? Who are we? Oh, what the heck? You guys aren't supposed to be there. I've got cards that are flipped halfway. Hang on. What's going on here? Okay, so we got... Okay. I had some of the cards going backwards here. I'm not sure that there's no other ones here. That one. And that one. Okay, so hopefully we've got these guys all figured out here. If we're not, we might come across a few more. But yeah, there's a definite meeting of the minds. You're going to actually be interacting with another person that is kind of on the same level of thought, of experiences, that is going to be more compatible to you than just your average Joe kind of energy. So, people are looking out for you, assisting you in this 3-dimensional being, setting you up on a date, possibly. But I do see that there is, some interaction. The girlfriends are saying now is the time you need to, let go of the past and start moving forward. Forget the past energy, all the shadows and the memories of lovers lost or that have gone away, or energy that, you've held on to, the memories, the experiences that, it's time to awaken yourself to, possibly meeting another person, to get your life back on track kind of energy, right? It's going to be supportive of your ideas. It's going to be supportive, having the moon card show up. It's going to help you illuminate each path for you now. You're not going to be so alone in the darkness and the shadows, that you have somebody that's going to shed some light into your world, that's going to give you an opportunity to not feel so alone and abandoned, kind of the energy that you've been kind of looking for but haven't found yet. You may be finding within somebody else currently that is being, either this has happened already, this 2 of Cup energy meeting, but you have a lot to discuss, a lot of situations that you're going to be able to, discuss with this person. They're not going to think that you're all crazy and shit. You know what I mean? They'll be on the same kind of thinking path, with the same kind of understanding of ways that this, their lives are working out for them. Right. So, this could be a Cancer sign that you're experiencing this with, or an Earth sign that I feel, that might be coming forward for you. Definitely is going to be like the type of person that likes to be in the outdoors, likes to have the fresh air, likes to have everything moving in the right direction, right? So I'll give you so no more worrying at night how you're going to, meet this person. Just let the universe handle it, and just stop worrying about everything that in relation to the relationship, because it's all being created for you and assisted by people that know of you. So the outcome of your thing is, you're not going to reveal a lot of stuff. You're going to keep a lot of your information close to your heart, close to your chest. You're not going to reveal a lot of it. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this new beginning that's coming towards you, be very concerning to your spirit. It's good intention behind it, right? You've got the ego bringing the messages and being the messenger for you, and you have the world. You have everything in your little hand that you can create with, that you're deserving of, because you lived a very grateful life and was very honorable in regards to other people, other animals, or the existence of the nature around you. You're always trying to do your best for everything that's happening in your life. And then you have the Ace of Wands. So stepping forward from all those burdens, and saying, hey, I made it through, I'm able to do this, I can do this, and just revealing yourself as a warrior. Right? A warrior energy is what I'm feeling for you. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. So this person is definitely taking a liking to you, almost to the point where they would love to spend the time waiting on your doorstep, energy-wise, right? So the person is coming towards you and is going to be protecting of their energy as well, because he's holding onto this pentacle close to his heart, and standing firm on his other two, that he's building a strong foundation for himself spiritually, and understands exactly where he's coming from. So I definitely feel that there's new love on the horizon for you. You're still going to be an independent person, but the Two of Cups materializing is being able to come out of your shell and be able to interact with people, and not have to worry about too much else. That it's going to be a nice balanced relationship that you're going to be walking into, and you have your it's almost like the three sisters. Your two sisters are setting you up on a blind date kind of energy, that you have not met this person before, but you find that you're highly connected to them. Once you end up meeting them, you'll end up creating a really strong soulful connection with them. The masculine understands the masculine and the feminine. He's going to be very balanced himself, so he'll be able to create some balance with you and help you to kind of balance your energy with his assistance and guidance as a partner. You could always use a little extra help sometimes, and you'll have the support of your partner, not, walking out and thinking you're just a crackpot kind of energy, because I think that person's already experienced that symbolism for himself or herself. It could be man or woman that's coming forward for whoever, for the general part of the read. All right, so that's what I'm getting for you. We're going to move on. 5 minutes. We're going to try to do the 5-minute rule here within, so we have Indy as next. The list is Linda, Indy, Yasmin. Yasmin, you already had one a couple days ago. So we're going to have to call yours for maybe on the weekend for you to work through. Unless there's an urgent question that you need to ask about your last reading, by all means. But you just had one the other day, and I don't read within a week. I usually allow like a week difference for people's energy to actually manifest these situations. Because I don't rely on the universe, snapping, to other people. Even though I can pull my messages, I have an instant access to my messaging. But it's a little different than the new person that's trying to do it. But meditation is the fastest way you start getting a direct connect going when you do your manifestation. You can do it like even in a waking moment, it'll manifest. Look, I got a big mole here on my screen here, a piece of dirt there. So I got a giant mole. I got a nice mole here, like Marilyn Monroe one here. But yeah, so okay, so L, what state I'm from? Oh, okay, Angela, okay. So who am I on then? So is it Indy that I'm reading for next, please? Okay, I have to go down, hang on. Going through the order of people that, hang on, wait. Let's see what other people are saying while I'm going through here. Wait, how does the equinox work? I need to wake up for work at 6 a.m. and it's 12:19, so do I set for 5 a.m. or 7 a.m.? I don't know where the equinox is. I know that whereabouts are you though? Where the equinox? Are you like in a different plane? Are you on like somewhere else, like international? Then you're tuning into this. If it's 12:19 and it's currently 9 12:30, so it's 12:30, so you're 3 hours ahead. So you would set your clock for whatever time you need to be up for, 6, so you'd set it for 5 a.m. Um, 7 a.m. would put you too late for work, see, because you wake up for work at 6 a.m. and it's 12:19, so do I set my time for 5 a.m. or 7 a.m.? You would set it for 5 a.m. because you would want an hour before you go to work, and then you have to be at work at 6, so it goes forward, right? So 7 a.m. is after the 6 a.m. wake up. So you start work at 7 a.m., then you would set it for 6. If you work at 6 a.m., you'd set it for 5. If you worked at 5 a.m., you'd set it for 4. So you go back 1 hour to set it before you have to actually be somewhere. Right? So it's an hour ahead, spring ahead, fall back, right? I can't believe people were being rude about her when she was literally sitting down and reading for people for free. Sweet lady, people are ridiculous. Kayla Marie. Oh, so people were not being pleasant to me. That's unfortunate. Okay, so add me. So Indy. Okay, so I'm not sure who's where and here India is right after this reading. Okay, so India's next. Okay, okay, bottom of the list. Okay. All right, so Indy, we're gonna see what you want. You get a direction. Is there any specific kind of cards that you would prefer? I have a female version of the Rider-Waite as far as a male version. And then we have the Goddess and God cards that are Oracle cards. We have the Cloud cards, which we haven't used in quite a long time. This is for your introspecting to just you personally as your energy is working for yourself. If you're doing like self-healing or self-realization energy work, then these ones are great ones to do the reading from. I haven't used them a lot because a lot of people are more interested in the relationship avenue of things. So we usually all use like the feminine or the masculine Rider-Waite, which decided that on its own, and the female Rider-Waite that we can do like both sides and look at both the masculine and the feminine side of things, whether it be personally or relationship wise. We did the spirit animal ones for the overall. So it's your call as to what you would like to manifest with. Just bear with me. And let me know which ones you would like. Okay, so you want the female. Okay, we can do the female one. So what we'll do is the crystal fell to the ground. Why would the crystal fall? Why did the crystal fall? What were we just talking about? Energy. Okay. All right, so we're going to figure out why did the crystal fall? Are you, so I'm wondering if you're not dealing with something that's a lower vibration, that's, or you're taking a leap of faith. You're trying to connect with somebody that is on a lower vibration that you are in contact with, that you want to bring into your existence on a more spiritual level. You want to be a guide to somebody in this actual physical space that we're in, and you're not quite sure how to go about it. So you were offering guidance and healing, but we're just wasn't enough to bring them forward. So now you're seeking more information to help them and assist them in their spiritual work, because this person's very important to you. That you would do anything for this energy to be spiritual and happy and coexisting in a happier state of being. So you're extending your healing to this person. So this is just before we get started with the cards. What I normally would do is I'd feel the energy first. So let's see what the cards have for us now. So Spirit, I want to ask you, is the feminine deck that we're going to be using for Linda's reading, will it be the ones that we need to do for tonight, for her reading tonight? Okay, it's Pendulum, you can stop. So Pendulum, are these the cards we're going to use for Indy's reading? Okay, we're getting a really strong yes now. That's amazing. We're getting absolute strength, guidance, and everything's going to be in these cards for us. We've got one hell of a yes going on here, people, right before your eyes. There's no possible way that I could be moving this. My hand hasn't moved even a bunch to even make this possible. This is just an amazing experience that I get to share with you guys all here. So we'll get started. That this is a definite great evening for you to be coming on and asking these questions for yourself. Like, for all that you can see that, possibly, I'm not sure if I can even switch positions here so you can kind of see it. So you can see it moving. Like we haven't got yeses like that in a long time, guys. So we're definitely on the right track. Okay, so the information is going to be held within these cards for you. A strong yes for the experience. All right, let's see what the cards have in store. Maybe find direction and answers here. So let's see. Okay, so here we go. So this, if this reading actually resonates with anyone as well, take with it what you will and leave whatever behind for others, energy-wise. But you're more than welcome to come hang out and apply the energy into your life if you feel that it's something that correlates with yourself as well. All right. So we're going to get started here. Indy. Okay. So Indy, what are you focusing your energy towards, please? Sit back, relax, close your eyes, manifest some energy that you are trying to correlate your life with right now, that you're having a hard time finding serenity from. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening in the real world here for you. What's going on for Indy? I'm going to get a card, please, Spirit. I'm going to start the timer as well. Dropping billions of messages at one time is not helpful. All right, so what is in store? Can we get one more card, please, Spirit? Can we get the outcome card? I'm going to take those 2, 3. That flipped. I'm getting tired of the cards in the 2. Okay, so I'm going to get this one out first. You have the 8 of Cups, and you're still wondering how things are going. Asking the universe, inquiring into a situation that you're trying to understand better. That you're at a state of wanting to give, and you're wondering if the energy is going to be received from you. Are you losing patience with this wanting to have a connection with someone? Is you're maybe wondering maybe if you have a connection with someone, if there's somebody out there for you. The inquiry, to ease your state of mind, and you're not feeling very connected right now. So it could be like a feeling of disconnection from yourself. And why you would be feeling this disconnection from yourself is why. Is for what reason? So there is energy that has come forward to you, or has been put into the light form for you. It could be an earth energy. but is definitely bringing messages forward in the direction of your spiritual path. Tower moment. So this information that could be coming is a warning of a tower moment possibly happening. Within everything that you've been kind of trying to build to have a union with someone. Because with it in reverse, there could be like a warning sign or a message coming to the situation that you're hoping for possibly can't happen before everything falls apart. It's kind of holding its energy so that you can actually possibly even go through it without even being affected with a tower moment. And then you have the Hierophant, offering guidance and direction, holding the keys to your dream, or holding the keys to your enlightenment energy. The higher self is going to be coming through, and to be protected, crossing over and protecting yourself from harm or hurt. The healing session. So you're going to receive messages that maybe the energy that you're asking for probably isn't the best energy for you to be asking to come towards you. I think it would be a disaster, waiting for a disaster to happen kind of energy. Focusing your energy into a tower moment. So you have to be very careful on your path. I didn't even start the clock here. Start it. Okay, so the clock's going. But I think the information that you're requesting probably isn't for the best suited match, and trying to avoid being hurt or having to deal with an emotional connection with somebody for that to happen. The universe doesn't like to have to be put in the middle to make that decision. Because if you're hoping for this connection to happen, it may not be the best connection for you, and maybe that's why your question to the universe of what's going on in your life isn't really being answered, because you're not focusing positive. Just focusing on yourself at first, and are you really ready for the next phase of your journey? If this tower moment was to happen tomorrow, would you be ready and understood why it was there, or with the person why it was created to be happening with a certain connection that you are having with someone? It could be an unfavorable connection, but we have the Hierophant, the High Priest, on the other side of it, saying, okay, now we can work forward and we can do the work together, and with an understanding of peace and love, and just looking at your internal self first, to see what's going on and why you're so adamant about having to be in a relationship with someone. Because most people, if you knew that there was a tower moment or disaster like nipping at your heels, you would definitely stop to take notice as to why. What was the reason that it's nipping at your tails, that you're not looking at, or you're refusing to open up to this energy, and that's what's going to cause this tower moment, because you're just too focused on a connection that wasn't meant for you. So it had to separate the two of you, or break that connection. The High Priest is raising his fingers and saying, listen, that was one thing that I had to make happen in regards to you understanding and realizing, have that rude awakening just bam right in your face, to understand that focusing your energy on a negative or a situation that wasn't suited to be yours in the first place, now the energies have decided to cut that connection, right? But there's new things coming your way, like the High Priestess will end up directing you in a more positive, maybe with an energy that's more compatible with you. Like this earth energy wasn't compatible to you, or the request of. But it's giving you an out. The relationship is going to end up giving you an out situation where you don't have to be in a relationship, that you can choose not to intertwine with it, because that's what the energy is going to give you. And the earth energy that's coming through with that pentacle to offer is not going to be the match that you want it to be. And that there's higher forces in lieu of this tower moment that's going to come in your spiritual self. Not so much on a physical plane, but the spiritual plane, everything's just going to feel like it just shattered. Your world has probably just shattered. So this could be the tower moment that, you're sitting with the Eight of Cups and you're kind of questioning everything still. And there's no way around it. There's really not any way around the situation, that you have to release this energy and do it. You just can't hold on to the memories or the thoughts or the experiences anymore, because the connection has to be severed. It wasn't the connection that was meant to be for you. I'm sorry to say, I don't like it when it gives me readings like this, but no sugarcoating readings is what happened with on my channel here. So let's see what's going on next in regards to this. What is the next move? What's Spirit got in store for you? Is there some different energy coming through to assist you in your journey? So we have the Sun card. That's a good beginning to start. We have you with the Eight of Swords, feeling constricted, wanting to have a visual of what's going on around you, but you're blindfolded, and everything that was supposed to happen has kept you restricted. And then you have the Six of Cups in reverse. So the balance and everything that you're missing within your spiritual aspect, just wanting to pick up and go and recreate a whole new existence, that brings you into a Queen of Cups energy. So that hope and dream that you were dealing with at the Eight of Cups, and having to sever the tie between this earth energy that was trying to attach to you spiritually or physically, wasn't meant to be. So now that the Hierophant has stepped in, he's bringing you new life with the Sun, a new journey and new experiences, younger energy, a new start to situations that maybe you're facing, that you're feeling constricted about. With the Six of Cups in reverse, you're not having to use any of your energy to be able to move. But you could be, you could end up, Six of Wands always reminds me of twins. Twins and balance, right? So you got the twins plus the Six of Cups, so you get 3 cups each, which is balance. So I'm thinking that, learning how to balance things in life, and that's right below the Tower moment, that maybe that Tower moment had to teach you balance in relationships, that you weren't receiving balance from your partners. Partners could have been taking advantage of you more spiritually and energetically than they were letting on, so they were keeping you in the dark as to what was really going on with the Eight of Cups energy. But now that you're out of that energy, you've got the sun shining and illuminating your path, the direction that you want to go, and the understanding physically that you don't have to see what's going on around, but you can feel the energy. And by doing the task of, blindfolding yourself and just sitting in quiet moments just to feel the vibrations, you're starting to realize that, you're in total control. But without balance, it kind of gets chaotic. So you have to be learning the balance. And maybe this is what the twin energy is trying to teach you. You may come into contact with a Gemini that's going to show you how to balance this energy a little better for your advancement into being the Queen of Cups energy. And it's an experience that you want to see or feel the change going on. The outcome of the overall reading is the Queen of Cups, but then you're taking on the new energy of a queen in other means. But the Queen of Swords, is it Swords or Wands? Wands, sorry. And being able to balance the Queen energy that you've been given, both the water sign plus the fire sign, or you have fire in your chart. But this is definitely a Cancerian energy that I'm feeling with the Queen of Cups. And then the fire energy showing up with the Queen of Wands, being strong and powerful and understanding of your power. Bottom of the deck for you is the Ten of Wands, or Ten of Swords, or Ten of Wands. So the energy coming towards you is going to be balanced, and this is going to be the person that's coming towards you that has a stake in the balancing and understanding that now that you've gone through the stages of your healing and becoming out a queen for whichever manner that it can take form of, is what you'll use for future reference. So having the Ten of Wands coming to teach you, more avenues of how to kind of capture that energy for yourself. This could be a teacher or somebody that is going to come and show you a little bit more into the world of, being a queen and what you value most and what you're going to care about most with these wands. And they're each going to carry an experience that, maybe you've not wanted to look at or have healed from. So there's a person coming towards you to help you do the understanding and the visualization to the energies in each one of these wands that, you're going to bring into your existence. So that's what I feel. So there's definite healing that has to happen. You can't just, think that everything's going to come off without a hitch and that everything's going to work out perfectly without doing the homework and the work to get there. Okay, definitely find the work endearing, but being accountable to your existence for others as well, right? All right, so one sec here. So what happened here? Yes, okay. What I can do, Angel A, is I'll put yours. I'll maybe timestamp it for her. Right. So who is next? Yasmin. So Angel A, is it possible that we can put her in right now and just kind of bump people down so that she can get her 5-minute reading? I think that would be, kind of a more convenient. I'm pretty sure I don't think anybody would mind waiting an extra 5 minutes for her to have her reading before she leaves, seeing as she's been waiting for quite a while. So I'll pop yours in quickly, Angel A, and do that for you. Okay, thanks. I just don't want her having to, she was here. She's been patiently waiting since whatever time she got here, which I know all of you have, but, it's only going to be 5-minute delay from the rest of you, okay? If somebody else has to leave right away, then, take it up with Daisy. If there's like a switcheroo that can happen or somebody's willing to give up their spot for somebody else, then, that's something you guys have to figure out within yourselves, but I don't think, it'll be too hard for anybody to be able to manifest that or be part of that. Okay, so we're going to start yours. Reset. 5 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to do yours, Angel A. Let's see what's going on for our dear Angel A. She needs some direction. What's going on? How is it affecting her current situation? What does she need to know from the guides and oracles? And Spirit, please give her direction and truth for what she's trying to achieve or experience. May it come out in the cards today. So can we get 3 cards for Angel A, please? Okay, there's one. Okay, 1 jump card. Can we get 2 more, please, Spirit? 2 more cards, please, Spirit. And we got a few. All right, so this is going to be a real quick one. Okay, so you have the Death card. So things coming to an end, coming into a completion, state of completion. And it's going to be a very in-your-face kind of ending. It's going to be very, it's going to be just like, bah, like it's coming at you and it's just going to hit you and just be like, what the fuck? How come you had to be so rude, or how come you had to be so harsh in the energy is what I'm seeing or hearing. Like he's not taking kindly to have to be the deliverer of news, right? So then the Chariot comes in and takes you away from this in-your-face energy that's causing the completion. That the Chariot now is arriving. You have to make a decision on what direction you want to go, left or right, or down the middle, because you have the white and the dark. So you get to choose which avenue you want to take. Do you want to go white? Do you want to go left to the dark or right to the white? You know what I mean? Like you have to come to a balance. Do to getting this to move forward for you and to have the balance so it's on a straight path and not kind of all over the place, whichever direction, the opposite direction you need to go. You know what I mean? Then you have the Ace of Wands, that's revealing and unfolding new experiences for you as you speak. Things are maturing and growing and having new growth and experiences coming through. It's like a brand new day all over again, right? So then we have the Four of Wands coming through and celebrations and enjoyment and the balance of finding, finally peace in your life, that you want to be able to move and enjoy your life, right? So you've had this coming undone of your energy so that you could actually just release a lot of it, not carry so much around with you. And then there's the Traveler. I always like to call this guy the Seven of Swords, the Traveler. There could be travel coming into your thing, or somebody that's traveled a long distance has come to meet with you, or an existent or somebody that could actually help you and assist you in the sword work. Like there's two swords behind him, so there's an existence that he's kind of leaving a path behind him to know which way to go. It's like leaving breadcrumbs so you don't get lost in the big wilderness of spiritual work, right? That you know how to get back to your existence and correlation with spirit, right? So the Traveler is going to come and teach you how to be more spiritual, how to be better understanding that all things have to keep moving and keep on in a movement forward wherever it takes you, right? But to experiencing the energy and the journeys is what this Traveler is going to reveal. It's like the traveling circus, you know what I mean? Like there's always somebody that's running the show there. So this Traveler is going to come forward and be part of your life. So it could be somebody that you know that's traveling a distance to come here and meet with you, or you're going to end up meeting with people that have a better or a higher kind of what do you call it, like a higher the management at your job is going to come and have a discussion with you over maybe advancing your employment. You know what I mean? Like there's somebody at a higher ranking position in whatever your financial situation or your personal situation, but higher ranking energy is definitely going to come forward and help and guide you and give you options. Okay, so this could be, somebody that knows about your journey, right? Knows how that it's going to work for you. And then we have Temperance, and then we have the Strength cards. So finding the strength within all of this to keep moving forward has been your asset. It's been your main outcome of all this is the strength that is created within you as a person to be able to handle the truth and energy that, you can handle, somebody coming up and saying, okay, well, we would like to repost you at a different store, or we would like to repost you on a different level of employment if you're willing to take it. And you're able to stand up and say, yeah, I can handle that. I can take that on. You have the Strength card here to be able to take on pretty much anything. When you got a huge lion next to you supporting you, you're pretty strong spiritually, and you have the direction to understand that, it requires a lot of strength for your job, possibly, maybe, or energy wise. It's going to cause you a lot of energy to be, having to come forward with yourself and tap into that sort of situations that may be coming forward for you, or endings that are now allowing for these new beginnings to show up finally, that you've been waiting, like finally here, let's make a move, let's get this ball rolling. So that's the energy that I'm feeling as far as, with that Death card showing first. Is that the ending had to just be bam, that's it, you got to move forward. No, there's nothing preluding that. Like there's no prelude to the Death card. There's no information coming before that Death card. The Death card is here now, present. Let's move forward, because maybe you've been lollygagging on the experience and just putting things off until the last minute, and now it's stepped in and said, no, sorry, you're going to deal with it now. This is the end. That's it. We're cutting this. We're not going to wait anymore. Spirits will not wait for you to decide your energy. They will actually decide it for you if you are just too indecisive of your journey, right? So that's the Chariot. The Chariot can't move if it's being split in directions. It can only move forward if both the team and horsemen are all in one on the same path, not sitting there split, because you can't split the two horses. You can split the two horses, but you can't split the chariot that's coming. Okay, so taking it into a different direction each time is not the beneficial energy that you need to be focusing on. You need to find that group, that team that's going to take you forward. and move forward with the team, not divide the team, but move forward on, a teamwork kind of energy that's going to be coming through, right? So that's what I'm feeling for you, that you have a lot of strength to pull you through this. Embrace it, achieve it, look at it, and allow it to happen. Give it the energy and the green light for it to continue in a positive note. But being aware of what's happening prior to that, that chariot, and avenues and options need to be, viewed as one, not dividing, your situation. Oh, well, I can go over here and do this and spend energy on this one, and I can take this job too. But splitting your energy into two is not, a benefit for you, right? So, okay, so I want to know if I could expect love on March 11th. Is there any big changes coming my and, okay, where did it go? Where is it? Okay, where am I? I am looking for India. Okay, so now I'm wondering who I just read that for. Where is it? Okay, so we are looking at, I think I went back down too far. Oh, there we go, Yasmin. Kayla. So Kayla Marie. Okay, so I'm getting confused here as to where everybody is. Okay, so I was working on Angel A's. So you're looking for love. So there's definitely something coming towards you, that I noticed in those cards. There is a masculine energy that's coming forward. But at the end there was like that Leo energy. So I'm not too sure. I had, the Chariot, Death card, Chariot. I have to review that again. So you have a lot of energy coming towards you and putting a stop to whatever situation that you are walking towards. On March 11th, is there any big changes coming away? I think most of it is going to be on a spiritual level. It could be in relation to your financial status or situation as far as your employment, moving up and advancing to either a different part of the company or a different level of employment that you've earned up until this point, and you get to move forward with it, right? So big changes are coming. As far as the relationship, let's see what's going on in the relationship end. I'll just do this one really quick, even though the timer is out now. There's definite love coming in. You have the King of Pentacles, so definitely a masculine energy is coming in and wants to pursue a relationship. He's pondering how to go about it. He's trying to, make it so that he's not so. He's very strong in his power, like his energy, and he's done the work. He understands it. So he's just maybe contemplating how to best approach you as an energy. Possibly, you could, like the Queen of Cups. Energy could be coming through. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles, so finding the balance of this relationship is possibly something that you need to, maybe focus your energy on, that you've been practicing and juggling already enough, and maybe he's feeling a little bit kind of not sure if he wants to. He's a little shy. He could be, not wanting to come forward right away or reveal himself as a king. He may, come as a traveler. That could be the traveler energy that's going to come through and guide you, and is going to seek, connection with you that way. So he could be coming as a traveler, as a disguised energy, because he doesn't want to, foretell that he's, up in the strength cards for the king, and he doesn't want to reveal that because then people just want to be with him for his status quo. You know what I mean? That energy. They're just wanting to be that with it, to make use of it and take it and and he's tired of that. He wants to maybe meet you on a neutral existence, right? So the Hermit. Okay, so he's been very recluse. He's been really working on, trying to find the right person for him. It's not just after him for the status or the financial gain that people receive. So that's what I'm feeling for you, is that there's definitely someone with with it. It's either a financial, or it's like the existence of, trying to find the person that's compatible most with him. And that's probably where the, his disguising himself as a lower energy, so that he's not, taken advantage of, and he finds the actual person that honorably loves to be with them and hang out and do all the things together without having to throw in, the wealth that this person may have spiritually or physically. It all depends on them, right? So just be aware that you're not the, he's not intentionally disguising himself. He's not doing it for any specific reason, right? He wants to, so the Justice card is in reverse, and the 501 Swords is everybody's going to be, you're going to be like in the limelight kind of energy. You're going to be the one that's at the end of the experience is where you want to be, and everybody's just kind of coming towards the one that knows most, which is your higher existence, and justice. Could be legal papers, could be legal documents coming through. It may be justice being served on a spiritual path, like being able to experience it and find balance, that you don't have to keep everything hidden as well. So justice is actually, a very useful energy when people are doing things, right? So let's see what else is going on here. We've got lots of cards jumping today. All right, so next on the list is Yasmin. Miss Yasmin. So let's see what's going on for you, my girl. What's experiencing that you've had been going on, or you want direction? Whether it be love, relationship, employment, finances, career, whatever the messages that are, meant for Yasmin tonight, be given to her. And whoever wants to use it as a general read as well, please feel free to, take what you need, comment on it. If it's something that you've already experienced, you want direction more on, feel free to ask what's going on. So the Six of Cups is out. Six of Cups is in reverse, so the Gemini. This could be for a Gemini reading, please. Finding the truth and balanced direction, with, everything being balanced. Are we moving forward with a balanced energy? We just had a whole lot of them just jump. So we want more information on this Six of Cups, please, Spirit. That people are, coming into their own. Definitely coming out of the woodwork. Showing yourself that you're a survivor of the battle. So you have the Nine of Wands. So, understanding that your path and everything, you've managed to come out on it and achieve it. And how do they say, you've conquered a lot of the energies spiritually for yourself. So maybe those energies that you've conquered, that you've kind of laid to rest and enabled to move forward now. You've planted them in the ground for them to, take root and grow and be of service to somebody else, that you're ready to move on from this, this, what do you call, kind of a secluded energy, as far as from people you've been disconnected and healing and working on yourself in your financial variant. That the Two of Cups is in there. There you go. So you got a definite offer coming through for you. You have the Queen of Pentacles energy for you as well. And you have the Five of Cups for you as well. So feeling like you're kind of in the limbo of a relationship that you enjoy being treated like a princess, and then other times, relationships have just taken what they can from you and totally just sucked you dry out of life and everything that was important to you for you to survive, right? And so that's coming to the understanding. That's below the Nine of Wands, and these are the things that you've learned from this experience, that you are an independent person. You can take care of yourself and look for the person that's best suited for you, because you have in the past not really picked very good supportive people in your life, and has basically left you without anything left. Like that should be like an ocean, floor for you, and there's smoke in the background. Everything has just been taken from you and left you with nothing. So how do you go back to being, the genuine yourself after all the situations have taken its toll on you, but healing from it, understanding that, it's just energy. It's just people, and being more aware, though. You need to have that awareness again, and that could be, you have the Page of Swords now, the defense. You're going to go into defense mode, protection mode of your experiences. But you're not going to allow anybody to cause harm to you anymore. You're gonna stand your ground and be appreciative of the energy that's within your grasp now. Okay, this also could be the Two of Cup energy that's here to act as a protector to you, as a masculine energy coming into your life and you're allowed to put down your wands now and not have to fight those battles anymore. You have somebody that understands you, that wants to be able to work with you and understand, and heal and work, is very compassionate to what you've gone through, and will be accepting and understanding of it, so that it can be more supportive of your energy. Because we all feel that we've gone through the battles of relationships, that we should be able to at least find the relationship that works, that's offering insight. And you have the Ten of Wands, so somebody's coming forward, is traveling towards you, that has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience for that energy to happen. He's got his Ten of Wands, and he has what he would call, or what I would call, baggage that he's bringing with him, that you both get to you get to deal with your baggage from the Wands. He gets to deal with his baggage from the Wands, and work together on cohabitating together as a more spiritual alliances that really support each other, and really help each other grow and understand, and growing together in a relationship that's better understood by a like-minded person. So the Nine of Swords, you're not going to have to spend much time with that anymore. That's closing itself out with the Page of Swords. Everything is going to start fresh and new. I have a feeling this is going to finally be the end of be all of the stress that you're going on, and you're like, oh geez, I just feel, man, these cards are jumping right as I go to start them. They jump. So let's see what we got here. Holy cow. Alright, so what? Okay. So that one's first. So the first card that fell, and I am going to take them because it's lower vibrations that are giving you direction into the higher vibration, that you're trying to leave the low vibration. So this is going to be an assistance to you. So we have the Four of Cups showing, like you're trying to figure it out. The person that you thought that you could count on not to ever leave isn't even focused on what could possibly. You're in mermaid mode here, by the way. You're not in like a physical body mode. You're in the mystic body form of the mermaid that that everybody took advantage of. This one, remember, this is her that once was a gorgeous mermaid and accepted for who she was, but later on found out that the people that she trusted most ended up screwing her over in the first place. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this guy's waiting and wondering what is going to be in store for him. This could be the masculine energy that's coming forward to make the Two of Cups offer to you, but is a little bit shy and reserved in regards to not sure if it's what he wants to do, or he's still pondering, what he really wants to spend his next state of situations with. Is he going to be connected to someone? Offering, say that he only can offer like the Two of Pentacles. Are they going to, be taking all that, he has again, that the energy is not suited. He's wanting to be more directed in the path of something that's going to be appreciative of what his energy is, not so much what he has. The materialistic is the word I'm looking for. Being a materialist in this relationship that's coming forth, right? Isn't the one that you should be basing any financial, materialistic energy from. So, work hard, you earn what you earn, you take forward of, the lessons that you learned from past relationships or experiences. All right, so that's what I see for you, my dear. I'll pull just check out. I'm going to flip the Goddess card for you here. See what the Goddess, when you're working on your spiritual self, what is the direction that best suits your need? Okay, so let's see. Let's cut that back. So your Hathor, so receptivity, which is in correlation to the other cards again, being receptive of things that are coming forward for you. So allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give others, and ability to give others. So this is what the overall energy is: receptivity, and being there for when people need you, receiving those pushes and those tugs into directions that maybe you normally wouldn't listen to, but maybe you should start fine tuning. When you start getting those feelings from others, or you get those urges to go, oh, I've got this urge to go and see so and so, or make that phone call, and then they end up calling you, and you're tuning into the energy of people that are kind of going through situations. Sometimes you're like the first one to find out vibrational wise, and usually your intuition can never be judgmental. They can never be judgmental against your energy. All right. So who else? Okay, so can we make like a shortcut? Okay, so how long have I been going here? Okay, I just need to know. I've been going 210. So who is next? Okay, so tell me who's next. I want to know how many people are on the list right now, please, because I'm, trying to get through each one of these. It's just going to be a chore. It's definitely going to be a chore. Let's see. Trying to get through them. Trust me, I'm trying to get through here. Just going through the thing. Project or Copia, I'd love a reading. How cool. Yeah, so it's only going to be limited to like 5 minutes. If you want more in-depth readings, you have to send your payment through PayPal, or you send me an email with your pay or proof of, or if you want an in-depth reading or a private reading, send your payment to PayPal. The link is in the description box, as well as the cost of each reading. So please, when you're making note of the reading or emailing to request your free reading, we will do it live regardless, if you want, or you could I could record it, whatever. But you have the option to do that. Definite options to do that. So let's get this. All right, so now I need to know who's next. Emme, are you from BC? Because it's where yes, Alicia P. I am from BC. I live actually in the outskirts of Vancouver. I don't like to say where, but that'd be kind of crazy if you're actually really close to me. All right, so I'm just trying to figure out who is next to Gem TG. Are you still here? No problem, Yasmin. I'm really helpful that was resonating for you, that you'll be able to take information from it and apply it. And, when you come the next time, then, do the private reading, and we'll go even deeper. I don't go very deep on the first ones because there is a lot of personal information. And when it starts coinciding with a relationship, that, there's kind of some private issues that some people that like to keep it private as to why it's disintegrated or whatever. I get the messages for that too, and I don't like to air dirty laundry unless it's mandatory that it needs to be shown to the person I'm reading for. But I'll notify you and before I do anything like that. All right, so okay, so I'm having a lot of confusion in the love area. I'm wondering if there's anything will happen with this person, if it will. That's what I'd like you to focus. What I'd like you to focus. It's my turn. Good, thank you. So Kayla Marie. Where is Kayla Marie? She's not even on the list here. Okay, Jessica. Okay. Please post your PayPal so I can send a donation. Oh, Daisy, do you have that for her? Can you put the link up possibly for Yasmin, please? She's needing the PayPal link for the donation. And thank you very much ahead of time, Yasmin, for the donation. It'd be greatly appreciated. And shout out goes to you for the support. Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. It definitely goes back to help supporting the channel for, buying new tarot cards or whatever, or possibly helping out with, the cost of having to run a channel with different things that are going on, so that we can enjoy like free gifts and stuff. I'm getting some stuff ordered in regards to that, like, getting these kind of things ordered for us, like that, for everybody to end up receiving, a possible win a gift on our Saturdays when we normally have draw days for readings. I haven't done one in a long time because I had a bunch that were still in waiting and never got received, or they didn't want to, take advantage of that at that time. So we're just kind of erase the all the other ones, and we're going to start a loyalty program as well, you guys, meaning that you get 6 readings. You get the 7th one like free after you've paid for like 6 or whatever. You'll get like a half an hour free reading for our loyalty. Like, you get 6 readings. You can even put your first free reading in there as one of the readings if you like. So we try to keep track of the people in the chat that have experienced the readings with us. So I don't know how I'm going to create. Each person has to work with me on that one, I think, in regards to keeping track of how many readings you've done. It's easier for me to do it once I go in through my PayPal account because it's all recorded. I just have to punch in a name and know exactly how many readings have been done. So that's what we're going to be looking for. I'm just trying to kind of figure out how I'm going to do that electronically between the YouTube channel and my Gmail. I do have software for loyalty program through my business as well, but I'm trying to figure out where I can, put another business into my software for information like that to be saved for everybody that does get a reading. I haven't launched it yet, so if you happen to be hearing this message now, that it will, as of, what is today's date? So as of March 10th, we're going to probably start taking advantage of that situation. 1 second here. I just have to plug my laptop in here before we die. Before we die. Okay, so what else is there? So those are some of the things that are going to be available on the channel. I do know that other readers are watching my channel, and other people are doing live readings now too, which is kind of cool. 100%. I get, validation from every single one of you that resonates with, and it just makes me feel so good that messages are helping others and getting to the people that are requiring them as directed by Spirit through me, right? So it makes me feel really good, and I'm grateful that I could be part of your journey and to be here to assist you, and just being able to move forward with everybody is just, things coming into fruition, like for our friend Elizabeth, that she ended up having, everything that was given to her in her private readings all come to reality for her in every way. There's other people that have had experiences that it resonates 100%, that, I would have no idea of knowing anything about them. I don't take the questions beforehand. If it comes, whatever messages come out of that, then that's what comes out, if there's, a correlation to anything else. So we put the tiger's eye on the feminine card tonight. Let's see what kind of fire or animal energy we can pull from the cards for the person that's next. Okay, so who are we at? Can I get an update, please? Thanks so much. Deserved. Hey, no problem, Yasmin. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, so when we go live, and we can even just come and hang out with us. You don't have to even necessarily get a reading, but just come and hang out and see how everything's kind of unfolding for others too. We're all just a little tight-knit family around here, and we like to keep everybody as part of being helpful, and just enjoying each other's energy that we get to hang out with. So you always feel welcome here. Don't ever feel like you have to be shy or anything about any questions. We're all going through the energy fields. We're all approaching different aspects of our life that, can maybe be assisted by another person in the chat, not specifically just me, but there's other knowledgeable people in the chat that, can also give you some guidance as well, right? Based on their experience. So I like to say thank you to my moderators, because they're, without them, I wouldn't be able to keep control over top of, trying to keep everything in order and having to go back through chat to keep everything kind of moving for us so we can get through it faster. All right, so we are, okay, so Jessica, are you next? Fagoria, my question went up. I want to know what will be happening, my love, for me and Pisces. Let's see what is happening for Jessica Figueroa. I don't even know how to say that. I want to know what will happen in love for you. Okay, so you want a love reading. Oh, don't worry, Aspen Sage. You don't have to worry about feeling like you're lurking and listening. It's fine. Just your stalker. I'm kidding. Lurking is I've never heard that word in a long time. Lurking. That's cool. I like that. That's funny. That's a good one. So Jessica, we're gonna get you started. Fagoria. Yeah, I'm trying to pronounce it the best way possible. So let's see what's happening in the love department for Miss Jessica. It's a Twitch TV thing. Say what? What is with this Twitch that so many people are going on? Is it like YouTube? I don't know. But I am going to be launching a different website. I'm working on it, trying to get it, kind of to work for us in all manners. But we're trying to figure out different options and stuff. So I'm doing all the designing by myself. I'm not, asking for anybody to go and design it for me. I want it to be, my creation. That can be, and here goes the intuition part. Nose is getting itchy, so what's the messages? You're going to get plowed with messages. You can feel it already. Here we go. Stiffness. I feel a lot of stiffness. So look at that. Right off the hop, a bunch of cards. We don't want a lump of cards. We want to be in the messages. Please, Spirit, can you give me the cards? Okay, take those ones. So the first one up is the Traveler. Then we have the King of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Karma card is the outcome. So somebody here is I'm seeing that the offer that's coming towards you is how would you say, not the type of energy that you normally would take or that you would date. It might be a different experience altogether. But the Traveler's marking his path. He's then you have the Emperor of Swords, and you have the Nine of Swords. And the Traveler, you have the Eight of Pentacles, Wands. And the Karma card. I feel that the energy that might come interacting with you is going to be not an energy that you normally would interact with, but you're giving it an opportunity to reveal itself in a positive manner in your life. You're not trying to go in a specific direction with your relationship or your types of relationship, but I feel that you're going to take on relationships that are more beneficial to the journey. Not so much a physical, but there'll be a spiritual connection that will be of assistance to you in your journey. And definitely not energy that you normally would pick. But it kind of picked you. It kind of wants to interact with you and get to know you, right, on a different, level altogether than just romance and all that stuff. Wants to be in your life and be, you know, be a presence in your life that you've grown away from the old ways and you're wanting more of a secure foundation. And this king is going to show you how to build that foundation for yourself with the Ten of Wands, bringing the tools with him to help you create something more positive with the Eight of Pentacles, and then you have the Nine of Swords, feeling that that you might not be able to achieve achieve that on your own, and you're kind of worried that not asking for guidance from the energy or your guides has kind of left you in limbo with your situation. But I feel that the person that's going to be entering is going to be very beneficial to helping you heal from the wounds, heal from the heartache that you have gone through, and how you've been kind of doing everything on your own for your own achievement, and paying attention to how you're creating each one as a benefit to both parties, or whichever situation that you choose. But you're a hard worker. You work hard. Your working hard doesn't have to make you exhausted. Taking a break from that, I think, is what the wands are going to come in and show you how to be more creative and not have to spend every dying moment making it perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be perfect to you. So letting yourself go, letting go of some of those experiences and that energy is kind of send you for like a loop, because you're not used to letting go of anything. You're used to keeping it all, all all in within yourself, and you just don't want to let go of a lot of it because you feel like you'll be losing you. But what you're doing is you're losing the old you. You're gaining the new you with the assistance of other people in your life that are going to help you on this journey to make it the best journey possible, and not have to feel like you're alone in this by yourself, because you're not. You don't have to be, and karma is giving back to you exactly a positive note. Like they're down at the bottom cheering because the karma has finally been revealed and is being dealt with, and you're gracious to the universe for helping you with whatever karmic debt you had prior to your awakening, right? So you're moving through your energy, and it's going to where it needs to go, and it's creating what you want it to be created within yourself and with others around you that have, the tools of the trade that might have a little extra to go around, for you to be able to work with that energy and understand, how your spirit is working, and not having to work your fingers to the bone kind of energy to get what you want. Right? So you have the high priest coming through and blessing and offering you the crossroads that maybe you're at, direction into that crossroads, so that you can pick the right direction for yourself and your journey. The knowledge is going to be revealed to you and spiritually. As far as this being a match made, there is a gentleman that is on the way into wanting to have that with the Six of Wands, is searching for his other better half. With the wreath that's going to be given as a gift or as a token. It's going to be a gift from nature that maybe come into your life through this experience, or the coming through of a person into your life. Wants to share the natural way things should be done. There's, it's not so much a mandatory way of doing things, but it's a personal kind of has a personal meaning to this Six of Wands that's coming forward. Okay, so then, so these are the things that you're going to be kind of closing out in your life that, you are aware of, but are willing to accept and deal with it, right? You've got the the Ten of Swords, and then you've got the Three of Swords. So dealing with the heartbreak, and then behind that you have the Empress, supporting the experience for you to manifest through nature. Let's see, there's the nature. She's she's more environmental, kind of nature-based, fruit. Can't say the word now. Fruition, for it to come to fruition, and manifesting, more positive experiences. To be appreciative of what's around you, and to be able to experience it and to heal and find a neutral zone to come from, right? And be gracious for all the assistance that everybody has given and stood behind you and shown you, you're going to be very appreciative of it and offering what you can back to it. Uh, because there's a lot of unsettling situations with this Ten of Swords, that, is going to end up, showing what you need to show for you to heal from it, from the Nine. And then you've got the Ten of Swords, coming in the outcome with the nurture and the healing of the damage of the swords from love, from friends, from family that really have hit home with you. And it just gave you a whole new avenue of dealing with this heartache, the pain, the present, now, future. You'll be all able to cure it with love, and it won't have to be so hard to handle, right? So experiencing the love as you get it, and healing, showing others how to heal, taking the knowledge that you learn from healing and applying it in your life currently, but also in the life of others, sharing your experiences, your heartache, your situations, and how you best describe you're breaking away from that energy, and how much freedom you feel that you have now because of that release of the energy. It's a light and load for whatever you're experiencing. All right, so who's next? So it's focusing on the last, almost like the tail end of your energy of what you need to heal to, start that new beginning. You're just like in the last moments of having to experience anything that's left from the past, that you're moving forward and you want to see things happening in a forward motion, not just simply here and not anywhere else, but for each movement that you make forward, you have a better understanding on how it's going to co-create with your personal energy, and being grateful for that energy to be more positive and more direct in your journey and your avenues and people and places and things as they're felt or as they're needed. All right, so who is next? All right, so we're moving on to the next one. So Nisha's next. Okay, so is Nisha here? Nisha, Elna, Kaylee, Dionka. Okay, so who's next? I'm calling up the names. Somebody's got to say yes, I'm here, or I'll move to the next one. Okay, hang on. So Nisha, just 1 sec here. I'm just trying to figure out who's next here. Oh, Nisha, you are next. There we go. I just realized that. I'm having a great day. Just a fabulous day. Okay, so Nisha, you want to know what's going on for you in love. Okay, let's see what we can find out for you. Where is the love boat happening? Oh, well, we have a knight that's kind of undecided if he wants to be part of it or not. He's sitting on my hand still. You see that? He's still trying to decide if he wants to be part of it or not. So we have a Knight of Pentacles. That's, slower than molasses at getting anything done is what I'm feeling. This guy is like, he's going to sit here and wait for a little bit and maybe see how it goes. If I was to go and he would fall right off. Like he's ready to fall right off the edge of my hand here, but he's not. He's like glued there. Oh, he fell. Oops, with a little help from me. So yes, you definitely have the Knight of Pentacles is coming towards you. Feeling that, this is a connection that, this person has been thinking about for quite some time. Look at them all coming out now. Everybody's coming out to play. Okay, let's just say that. Everybody's coming to play. So, okay, so then we've got the Five of Swords. oh, hang on, sorry, the Five of Wands. And we have the Seven of Cups. And we have the Star card below the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Five of Swords below the Seven of Cups. And so I feel that, this person is having a lot of internal energy and internal kind of unbalancing going on within them. And they're trying to find the easiest way to calm it down. Like it's out of control. Okay, so this person's energy is just right out of control. Doesn't have any control over, the internal manifestations of energy, and really wants to understand it. Then the Seven of Cups comes along and tells you can't help. You have to allow the internal frustrations and things to actually work themselves out, for the best benefit of your energy and their energy. But you can stand by and be of assistance, and be the Star card, be the temptation to move this person forward that seems so stuck in his dark moment, or manifesting, and not being appreciative of the internal battle that's going on. So you're sitting there with the Eight of Pentacles, trying to find direction and meaning into the journey with this person is very difficult, because they have a lot of emotional that's coming out through what they're projecting into the dimension now, and seeking help. But nobody wants to help with the internal battles. Why is it that nobody wants to be there when the internal battle's there, but once the internal battle's over, everybody wants a piece of it, right? So that's what I'm feeling, that everybody's going to be trying to take advantage of the person while they're in this turmoilish state that is based on the greed. I want what he has kind of energy. I want his energy to be my life, and not making it a life of your own, but based on somebody else's energy that it's not recommended to be stealing from others, because you end up just nothing will end up working in favor of any of it, right? So standing back and just having to take a personal view at this person, going through all these emotions and difficulties in life, and offering nothing is not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be offering information and guidance, but not sacrificing your own personal freedom and guidance for someone else's to be taken and placed and assisted. Keeping it balanced for him. The Star card is here, and offering the balance that the person is trying to find, and just the seclusion of balance and the flow, instead of the argument or the internal battle that you're trying to calm and cool and just so tired of, right? It's exhausting. But the Star card is still being a support to you. This person that could be a water sign Gemini. This could be you, the Gemini, Nisha. I don't know if that's your Gemini energy, or you have water in your sign. So you either could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. There's a lot of water being used in regards to the healing session, or the clearing and the cleansing that's being required for this person to get out of this state of turmoil and anger and just nothing working, and just being that internal battle and not knowing how to start the journey, just jumping right in. And you're helping create, and being able to be stable in your own status and existence is something that's very important to you. But you are willing to look further into things to help others. And then you get the Five of Swords that is pointing direction to you, that you're going to be the one that assists with this energy for this person. As far as the love in this relationship, I feel that it's very one-sided right now. The person is not being receptive of the energy, is having too much tumultuous times with just dealing with their self emotionally, that maybe you could assist with, or maybe start in a direction of helping them heal and pointing in them with how you did with your experiences, your journey, how those internal battles can get won, and how to go about them, and how to take them as they come, and not let them manifest into like a major massive can of worms, dealing with things as they happen. and showing a person how to do that, how to keep everything, in its contained state of being, and not have anything kind of uphevelish coming out of it. You know what I mean? Like you're keeping it all in its proper containment, energy, and dealing with them as they come, or dealing with them as each cup has shown you, and taking a piece of it with you so that you have an understanding whenever you need to rely on it, like you have the backup energy, and being able to find that energy for somebody else to be able to be of use, and showing them how it works. Um, and that's what I feel that you end up at the end of this. This is going to be the night that's going to have balance in all fields, whether it be air, water, earth. Um, you know that you're going to help this person create the perfect person that is healthy, and feels like he can be on the back of a horse and balanced and everything else, and nothing has to be a problem in his way anymore. He is able to move forward at any given time, because he's healed the energy. He's healed the people that have caused harm against him, and has let it go. Has found the balance within his own spiritual journey, as far as his existence to the life and the times of certain situation. Then you have temperance in reverse. So she's not having to work very hard at this. And then having the Ten of Swords closing out, or sorry, the Nine of Wands, that you're finally able to let go and relax, and finish, what your journey is, after helping this person so hard in creating it. And then you end up with the Ten of Cups as a reward at the end of the day. The appreciation that you have for the spiritual journey for someone is going to be a blessing in disguise. It could be like a new partnership, or a new union, or a replacement to the situation that you guys were fighting for, but not being able to connect on the same level. So this could be a new companionship coming forward, after all this crazy ass shit happens, that you both understand and experience it together, so you know that this is a real situation, that you both were supporting each other and offering the guidance to each other, for a firmer foundation at the end of it, from it feeling that it was like falling apart and not having enough to be given, is where the person's been healing. And then he goes from the Knight into the King of Pentacles. He's gracious for all that he's done, and he is going to pay it back, and is able to look at it figuratively, and be able to move it into a direction of possibility, where you have the High Priest now saying that you've got it, let's move forward, the balance is there, everything is in its most rightful state, to be able to come through for you. All right, so that's a bit of a longer one. We got one more. We got the Three of Pentacles. So never stop taking stock of yourself. Always be still keeping your records clear, and things that are happening. You're journaling your experiences. This may be even wanting to write a book of your experiences, and the journey that you went through. You want to be sharing it with others, and the journey itself is what you are reliving, and that at the end of the day, that the partnership is solid, that you're able to let it go, and write it, and not feel threatened by having to reveal it outwardly, right? So you have the Four of Cups, which you've grown away from the immaturity level of the experience, and learning to just enjoy life as it comes now, because you've done so much healing, and everything's just not feeling so on your shoulders anymore, that you're able to release it now, into a better existence, right? You're off, knight in shining armor. I'm out of here. I'm moving forward and getting the hell out of Dodge. Had enough of that, kind of place and energy that was going on in your life. It's time to move forward and make an experience. Enough living in the past. No more past. Time to do the present and the future. Forget the past anymore. It's not going to be a benefit, coming forward. It's stuff that you can actually just leave behind, and not have to worry about it, affecting you. Okay, so who is, you're the Cancer. Well, nice to know, Nisha, the Cancer energy, Pisces, that water energy. I'm a Cancer as well. So the only thing that I didn't see was the water energy that was needed in his experience, in his journey. Right? So there wasn't a lot of water energy coming through there. Um, I think he wants to do it more or less. He wants to be the one that does it. Doesn't want to feel like he had to rely on anybody else. But the direction that you can offer to him, the emotion part of it, because there wasn't a lot of emotions being shown there. So maybe how teaching this person that you're interacting with the level of emotions that you can have, and be okay, letting them out, and if it needs to be private, or doesn't need to be like a public shower or a public show that everybody has to see. It's like private time with you and your partner, and being able to find the balance within, right? So whoever it is that's coming towards you is definitely, well aware of how things work, and is very understanding, but just doesn't know how to apply it in their own personal life sometimes, I think is what's happening here. Um, so after that, we've got Elna. Elna? Okay, what should I expect for in love for this month? Okay, I'm just going to light another stick here. Some more sandalwood, please, Spirit. For the cards, got to clear the energy from the cards every once in a while, because then it's starting to show the readings that I was doing after. Some of the cards are coming through as the same information. So let's see if we can clear some of that energy from other people's readings, please, Spirit. Direction. Messages that are required for the said person that I'm doing the reading for, please, and nothing more, nothing less. May you all be blessed with the positive energy and light for your journey. All right, so here we go. So Mr. Spirits, mystic energies, mystic people energies, ancestral source. May the Spirit find it within, to direct it to the needed person that it needs to go to. Okay, so Elna, we are going. You're definitely walking into this perfect energy for you. So I'm seeing the King of Cups, which is Cancer. Masculine Cancer is where I like to see. He's likes excitement, likes to live on the edge. He's very open to the excitement of life. Likes to be on the edge of things. Having this water energy that, feels almost like he's indestructible. Then you have the guides bringing forward a sword, in case things need to be taken into a different level. So that's 3 or 4 more cards here. Okay, so this Cancer sign that you're experiencing with is starting with the new beginning. It's starting when you meet this person. There's going to be some new energy coming through for you. Then we have the Queen of Wands, which is your personal energy on the other side of the sword. So one has one side of the sword, the other one has the other side. So we're going to do the masculine-female connection and how it correlates with this new beginning that's coming forward for you. Fire energy is what I'm feeling for the feminine side of things, or it could be the vice versa. It could be you getting more in touch with the masculine energy on your side, and that person could be getting more connected with their feminine side of the energy that they're not understanding, or that they were lacking to be a whole, energy altogether with both sides. But I do feel that this coming to both of you, one's on one side and the other one's on the other side, but trying to meet in the middle of that blade together and be able to move forward in a better adjusted moment with the balance, right? So you guys are offering the balance within the making of that sword. Then we have the Hermit, which is guiding the masculine energy, is illuminating for the female energy to find the masculine energy. So it's let a light. It's like a beacon, in the night, where it's calling, revealing itself to where it can be located spiritually. So the light is being shone for illumination purposes, for you to be able to come into contact or find the avenue of direction that you're going to head into. Then we have Temperance on the female side of things. She's in reverse, so she's not really very active energy at this current state, because you've got the Queen of Wands, and she's like a fire energy. There's not really any need for temperance to be involved because, she can handle her shit on her own. She's got it figured out. And then you have the Seven of Cups. That's below our masculine one, our king, right? So we've got all these gifts that this guy has managed to, keep and stow away for his personal use or personal experiences. He's been through a lot, knows a lot, has endured many of these experiences for the sake of his own personal growth. That is his learning and his rewards that he's received because of that experience, or that he has been moving in a more positive energy. As far as our queen, she seems to be, Nine of Cups, questioning where to go next. Who am I going to be with? What experiences am I going to see? Always with the wonderment of now this Nine of Cups that she gets to play with, is almost the ending to meeting this Cups. Okay, so Cups are showing up on the other side now. The connection has been made between the two of you. Was that a flip? In the deck, it was too. Okay, so what was the flip? The Traveler. That's what I like. I'm going to call him the Traveler from now on. Mr. Seven of Swords there. Being of service to others, on your journey. It's not just you traveling. Life's path is that you're the traveler that's going to help reveal for many people the situation that is at hand. All right, so you're going to carry the information forward. You're going to carry it to wherever it needs to be carried to, given to whoever needs the knowledge. As a traveler energy is moving forward and marking your path and being appreciative for what the path is given back in regards to your spiritual balance and energy wise. So one's at the Seven of Cups, the other one's got the Nine of Cups. You're definitely working on the same path now, working towards each other instead of away. The Traveler is bringing you together, bringing you from the whatever side or journey wherever you were. He's bringing you now into a neutral state of being with each other. So you're both doing a little bit of cup work and wondering who's in store, what's coming for me next. So you got the Six of Pentacles. So offerings, very strong. Family unit, supporting the family as a unit and being the sole provider for, the family and the journey, for the, the connection that Spirit is trying to connect two people with. Okay. There's definitely two people that are going to be showered with blessings and hopes and, closure within themselves. And I'm not taking the whole damn family with us, but that's what keeps coming out of the cards. So let's check out the balance level. Let's kind of see what's going on. And this is going to be a different way for me to show you guys how to figure out the balance within. Okay, so here we go. Here's your balance. Somebody's got definitely more experiences than the person on this side. So you got some experience going on in your life. There's a few little voids there that you have things you didn't really want to work on, but this other person seems to have collected the energy for you. This is why I always check my cards. This is a neutral zone. This is the balance zone. And this will show what side is working harder than the other or has more experiences that is going to have to be pulling out the energy for the other person and providing it, teaching him or her how to use the energy for a positive note. Right, so let's see what else. Yeah, so I'm trying to get through who I can because I've already been going almost 3 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do is push you guys on to the next night. We'll do tomorrow. How many do we have? I'm just wondering. Okay, so next one is. Hey Daisy, if you have to go, feel free. So long as the list is closed, please let them know that there is no more readings, because this list has just gone on and on and on, and I'm not even sure half these so Kaylee, all right, so because it's gonna be late for people. Like it's already going on like 2 a.m. for some people. So I think what I'll do is I'll write down the list of people, and then tomorrow when I come on live earlier, you guys can check in and you know, be able to just hang on one sec here. I'm gonna write this down just so I have a record of it, so that if my mods aren't here tomorrow. But I'm really looking forward to doing your guys' readings. But I don't want to have to make you guys stay up till whatever time, because I know people do work and everything else. This is my full-time job, so I'm taking the list with me. So what is today? March 10th. Okay, so we got readings for the next live stream tomorrow between 3 and 6. So it's we'll set it for 3 p.m. tomorrow. We'll start the readings, and we'll start with Kaylee. And then we'll go Dianca. Then we have Pearl. Then we have Alicia. Then we have our ACI. I don't know how to pronounce that name, sorry. Then we've got Nancy, Cherry, and Project. All right, so that's what I have. I have the list written down. So Deep saying, Javi, we can do yours tomorrow as well. Let me put you on the bottom of the list. Okay, so that's for tomorrow, Monday, March 11th at 3 p.m. So I'll start tomorrow at 3, schedule that into that one. And if anybody that wants to actually stick around for the reading, if you guys have to go, I've got it written down. I can just like cross your name off for whatever reading you want. If you still want to stick around, if it's not too late for most of you, I'm not sure. Try to keep it so, not keeping everybody awake at the same time here. Because it's 11:03 my time. So I've got like maybe another hour left in me, if that. But give me a minute. Take a little break, get something to drink if you feel like you can. And just recheck in, and whoever can't get their reading done today, I have it written down for tomorrow at 3 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time, so it's like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for you guys, so it's a little bit earlier in the direction of where we're going. Okay, so give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry, guys. So I have you guys written down for tomorrow. Oh, I was supposed to do that one. Okay, so we didn't do the reading of the draw because I wasn't here, so we'll think about that later on. Okay, but Emme will be live again. Okay, so I'm going to try to get this done. I don't know, Daisy, if you have to go, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm just trying to cover. I was not sure if I still remember what I set up. Okay, so Aqua 31 Forestburg. Hello, I'm an Aquarius. What do you see in regards to love? What is their sign? Okay. Alicia P. Okay. Okay, I'm a Gemini. Could I just have a quick one tonight, please? Yes. Okay. So I'm trying to get the quick ones out of here so that, we can do other ones for people that want to have, theirs a little bit faster. So, Kaylee is not, do you want your quick one new, Kaylee Marie? Do you want it done right now, or do you want to wait till tomorrow at 3, when I have time to rest and stuff? So, we'll just do it. So Kaylee, we'll do your quick one here. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so there's definitely a knight on the horizon. There's masculine energy coming towards you with the wands. And he's got like all 4 elements with him. Or 3 elements. He's got the air, wind, earth, fire. So this could be I'm thinking it would probably be see, I'm like an animal. I'm looking at this person, but I'm seeing animal characteristics with it. So meaning that it's definitely an earth sign probably for you. That's coming through, that's experienced and came to the understanding of where they belong within the race to the finish line. So they're very well in tune to the whole purpose of them being an energy as well, and understanding. Has done a lot of work with his spiritual side of things for this person, but it's taking on, I don't know how to explain it without sounding really weird. But it's like, Ant-Man or, the Marvel comics where, they perceive one way, or they'd like to, take almost like a Superman or super, what do they call them? Super energy, or supernatural bodies on in their spiritual realm. And that's what I feel like he's taking on, an altered state, a more like an ant, almost looks like an ant growing, and being able to carry their own and be able to move in a direction that's going to carry the weight on his shoulders for the relationship. He's going to be the one that's going to be the dominant in the relationship, but has almost like a nature felt energy that wants to be a very in tune to the spirit animal kingdom. He's very respectful of all the existence on the planet, has respect for each and every single one of the energies that have been revealed to him, and has been very respectful of the energy, and that's why I think he's being blessed with a little bit more insight than what normally probably would happen. One second, my cat's crawling. Come in. There's one little kitten inside. We've got one of them in. I don't know where the other one is, but I do feel that there is a masculine energy coming towards you that is, you know, it's not so much that, you know, they're looking for a relationship, but they're looking with people to connect with that, you know, kind of have, you know, an understanding of how things work together spiritually. Definitely see it. I do see a tower moment having to come before this happens. Bottom of the deck, tower moment. Within you spiritually or a connection that you're currently connecting with. To build a stronger foundation for when this energy comes through is going to be able to assist you in building your life and your experiences spiritually, you know, and showing you how to tap into different energies as far as the spirit realm, earth, energy, and air. You know, but mostly this energy is mostly air, an air sign. And moving forward, you know, only bringing what you have to bring to the table. It doesn't require a lot of things being required, right? It's the World card. And the other card here we got is the one with the Wheel of the Year. So understanding that, you know, this is a definite thing that recycles, and it cycles back through and throughout the year, you know, that's going to bring options to you. Like if you look at this, okay, so this energy that's coming forward for you, okay, you've got the air, you've got the earth, you've got the fire. Now look at the card that, you know, is the Wheel of the Year. Do you see any resemblance to that energy showing up? This one is the fire, and we have the air, or fire, and then we have the earth, and then we have the air up here. So if we were to put these over top of each other, you see that how they shoop and pass through? You know, because it's like a key to getting through this, right? So understanding what positions you have, but realizing that, you know, this is how you can travel through every energy, right? You can manifest from either side of the sword. There you go. 1 minute you're one place, the next minute, you know, the universe is behind you or it's in front of you and pushing you in a direction that you can see. Okay, so that's a pretty cool connection that's coming forward for you. It's very well balanced and understands, like I said, how this all is going to, you know, unfold. I'm just going to close my door here. We're going outside again? Stay out there then. Okay. I hate them when they interrupt and there's nobody here to open the damn door for them. Anyways, okay. You know, so, you know, understanding the world as, you know, even the animal kingdom, like I said, there's a lot of animal coming through for this person, and understanding that they all have their own separate kind of ways of dealing with things. You know, we've got, you know, down here we've got like lions and wolves and everything that we did the overall from the beginning of the situation, and how important these animal energies are for a spiritual being. You know, these are places that you can learn from. The aspect of a bird, you know, seeing through the eyes of a bird, seeing through the eyes of a deer, you know, as being, you know, what do you call it? A hunted kind of energy source for people, you know, and how you'd look through the eyes of a lion, like with strength and you know, pride and dignity, knowing that you're in tune with your masculine animal side of things, right? That's what I was saying, that this person has an animalistic energy to them, so they may be pulling on more of the spiritual animal realm of energy that's coming through. And these guys kind of sit together again with the air on the top, with the eagle up top. There's the person reviewing, you know, all the things that are coming into their life. Being able to be acknowledgeable of, like, you know, there's the earth energy, there's like the lion, the fire, the fierceness energy coming through again. So with what I have experiencing, the person who's coming through, he's going to be very, 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 you know, very strong-minded, very experienced as far as elements, and through guiding himself and looking through, you know, the eyes that God gave him to see the way things are. You know, even though this card seems to be in reverse, it's mirroring again the energy of the world, of everything that's in this world that matters. So I'm not too sure what you, if you're ready for a person like that to come through in your life, that you're open and willing to understand it and give your whole understanding a new kind of new look on things, then by all means head for it, go for it. experience it. There's nothing stopping you. Okay. Okay. Sorry for the interruption again. So that's what I'm feeling for you, that things that are coming forward are going to have quite a few elements that maybe you need to practice more in your personal life or experiences to put them forward and allow them to have an outlet or an avenue to come to fruition for you. There's a lot to learn from different elements. There's a lot to learn from different signs in the astrology, energies as well. And that's where I think that your learning experience is going to expand into a broader horizon of things that you were too scared to ask about, that finally you have someone guiding you in a direction that's going to help you, assist you, help things correlate and become that. And I had at the time when I had my cards resonating there, this is a tiger eye, or what did I call that? Tiger eye energy stone, and it's a very small one, but that was the one that was sitting on top of the cards before I took them. So the animal energy was showing up, because this is actually a tiger's eye energy stone that was on there. So it's kind of weird that the animal energy was coming out through the cards for us. That's another blessing that I love, when things like that make the correlation, the connection for everything that's going on, right? All right, so let's see. I think Daisy's gone for the night. I saw that. So are we? So I don't know. Okay, make sure to subscribe. Okay, so I'm not too sure who else is stuck behind here. Yeah, so I think that's what's in store for you. Okay. You're most welcome, my girl. Thank you. So, can you do a fast reading on my person, Christian Canaro feels about me? I have to go to school tomorrow. Okay. So, Deonke. Okay, so whoever. So, I'm going to cross you off the list for tomorrow. Okay. I'll do yours quick. Anybody else that wants a quick one after I do Deonke is please make a new list for the current people that are here. If you could, Alicia P., that would be great. I don't know if Daisy's already gone for the night yet, but if you could maybe do a revamped list of who's here that's willing to wait for the reading. And I will take 4 more readings on top of Deonke's, so if there's like 4 people after that want to wait or that wish to wait for tomorrow, hopefully they can. Let's see what's in store for you. Okay. So here we are. We got the 3 cards. Okay. So Knight of Pentacles. I feel that there's somebody that's returning that wants to offer his hand to a festivity, taking you to a festival of some sort. Where there's dancing and a lot of festivity kind of things coming towards, and was looking for like the Cinderella to the dance, to the ball type thing, right? That he's going to come forward, make his offering for you to go out and possibly even meet this person. You might meet them at the actual festival that's making a journey to some festival that maybe you are involving, like maybe a school dance or but it's going to be like a new kid in town kind of energy that might come forward. It just wants to try to fit into the group with the rest of the crew, and kind of feels like the odd man out right now, which he shouldn't have to feel like that, but he's very nervous about coming forward into a new surrounding for himself. But he's coming with with an experience, with the experience to be able to enjoy. Um, but it could be like a school dance or some kind of festival going on around you. And there could be, your father energy here that's kind of wondering if this person with a pentacle is going to be worthy of the king's daughter. You know what I mean? Like the king of the house, the masculine energy, say your father, your uncle, somebody that has masculine control over situations and decision making in your life. Um, and is going to wonder if this person is actually authentic with the pentacle or the gifts that they're coming forward with, or achieving, or maybe approaching the father for um, permission to date the daughter. You know what I mean? Like he's very honorable with the way he does things. He's very he doesn't just take and take, but he'll always be respectful of the father's advice or decision on whether they can date. um, this person could be a little bit older than you. That's why they're having to go through the father for permission to date you. But I do feel that there's a lot of there's going to be like lots of festivals and things going on. um, but I feel like this Four of Wands is definitely like a blessing. Like it's like you're celebrating, you're dancing with all the girls because you are hooked up with this energy that's new, that's got you excited, right to tinkle your like goosebump kind of energy for you. um, and the father might be kind of wondering what's going on here. Nobody's telling me anything and I have to find out for myself. Or it could be that this knight with the pentacle is shy, is reserved, is not really sure if he wants to go and meet the father-in-law, but maybe you're bringing this energy home for dad to meet. That you could have been in wanting to date you, or the other way around, whichever, masculine, or it could be the feminine coming through with the masculine energy to take control of the situation and say, yeah, listen, I want to be with you, blah 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 blah, and then because the family could be an old-fashioned kind of family that you're having to go through the actual king of the castle of the modern day, which is the father of the house energy, that oversees what everybody else in the family is doing and is in the main controlee of his castle. So um, I'm feeling that the person could be shy and wondering how to go about doing this without screwing everything up, uh, to achieve to come out on the other end, in one piece. As they always say that the father ends up just like scaring boys or guys that want to date you away because they don't want their little daughter to be dating anyone yet. They don't feel it's necessary, but we do. We do what we do. So yeah, I definitely feel that there's somebody coming forward that your dad may not like, or the father image may not be receptive of. You know, but who knows? Who knows what's in store? Let's see what's going on with this energy. Let's find out how this energy is going to unfold for you. All right. Let's see how this energy is going to unfold for the benefit of you. There's that wheel card again. So the wheel of the year, learning to adjust your all corners of the balance your natural state of being. The Chariot's in reverse. It's not going anywhere. It's below the Four of Wands, the celebration. So it hasn't made a decision in regards to where it's going to be standing at the end of the day. So the Queen of Cups is at work with the King to try to smooth things over so that this can be kind of like saying, just give the boy a chance type thing. Give the boy a chance. You don't know. Maybe he is going to be very respectful, and the Queen of Cups is giving him the opportunity to move forward for this person to come in and maybe come and see how the relationship goes, but it's going to be under the discretion of your mom and dad kind of energy. The masculine, feminine energy, it could even be like a big brother that's looking out for his little sister. in regards to somebody that's pursuing her, that, it's like, you can't get near my sister because my sister's just not there, or not willing to, but you've got the hots for him. He's got the eye on you, and now you guys just have to figure out the next move as far as this connection is going, right? But I do feel that the brother's going to end up being brought in, and the new beginning, right? So you'll see the death card happen, the change in things and how things are going within your life, out with the old, in with the new, kind of energy with that death card. And maybe it's the brother that's saying, things aren't the same as like when you and like the mom and dad were kids. That theory's got to drop, because that's not how things usually go. And it's the brother that's coming in, I feel that, or a masculine male that's coming in to set them straight, to advise them how the modern day system works about dating and everything. We're not living in medieval times energy or old space energy. And so they've been able to illuminate a new way of thinking in regards to this idea of dating and being with the opposite sex, whatever it may be, whether it be the feminine going for the masculine, or the masculine going for the feminine, or vice versa, whatever. But we're out with the old ways, dad and mom, and we're in with the new. And this is how we kind of work it out. We find the balance. We find a partner, based on our interests and what we like, in regards to be seen. All right, so that's where the masculine energy is going to come through and actually change things, and the idea of the thought pattern for the mother and father kind of energy that's coming through. And then there's the Page of Swords, which is going to totally respect your honor, not having to leave you out, by yourself to figure it out, that you're lighting a path to you, and he's fighting his way to get there, right? And then you have the Eight of Wands in reverse. This is going to try to put some bumps in the road. This could be a different energy that is envious of you, that wants to kind of curtail the whole meeting and energy field for both of you. If somebody is very jealous of, the possible connections coming through for that. So be careful of, people that are around you, friends that might become jealous of your situation, 100%. All right, so the next person, so Dianke, that's what I feel, that, it might, if you have a brother, maybe sit down and talk with your brother and say, you need to help me with this, because I don't think mom and dad are going to be, approving of it, but we have to change their mind and make them more into, like, bringing them into the modern day way of dating, right? That's what I was saying. Okay, so Dianke, maybe if you do have somebody that can kind of back you on this to bring them into the modern day way of dating, then by all means do. You're going to have somebody that's going to be able to change the mindset of your parents, right? So have somebody on your side when you go to discuss this with your parents, and say, listen, things aren't the way they are. Things aren't the same as they used to be when you guys were kids. Having to be proper and proper and respectful of, a father and his daughter. You know what I mean? We're not sitting in those times anymore. We're very independent people when we get into the dating scene. We like to make choices on our own. We're not wanting to have to be making decisions, that would harm us in any way. Like, we're trying to be allowed to be the mature energy in this situation for you. So that's what I have for you, Dianka. Hopefully things kind of are able to smooth themselves right out, so that this can just kind of, just flow, right? So that's what we're hoping for. Send you positive invitements to, your energy, and may you find the direction that you need for this situation. We have a new list. Okay, so Alicia, you're next, and then, okay, so we're taking off. Okay, so I just need to know who's oh really? That's crazy. So there you go. So you might have to turn to your brother to get them to kind of switch their ideas. You might be able to, talk about it more in a more masculine kind of connection with your father. Maybe say, hey bro, I need your help. Like, I want to date this guy, and mom and dad aren't gonna let me, but he's making the moves to want to.
blah blah blah, and maybe get some advice from your brother first before you actually, drop the bomb on mom and dad, kind of thing, right? But if it was me and I was your mother, and you came and told me that you were wanting to think about dating someone, I would say bring him home. Let us meet him. But it is your life after all. It's your experience. It's you're dating the person. The parents aren't. You know what I mean? Like, my daughter came out of the closet 2 years ago, and she discussed it with me first and told me, Mom, what would you do if I told you that I kissed a girl? And I said, well, why? Why does it matter? And she says, I was just wondering what your response would be like. And I said, well, if you have affection for another person, same sex, then by all means, whatever is going to make you the happiest is what you're going to choose. And she looked at me really funny and she went, oh, okay. Hmm. I think she was expecting me to be like, no, you can't be interacting like that. But she was shocked at my answer, because I feel that if somebody is wanting to experience with the same sex, and I'm just putting this in here, and this has nothing to do with anybody's reading. It's based on the experience that I had with my daughter, and giving her my full support. Um, and we had talked about it prior to this, and I thought she was just joking, right? I didn't think that it would ever lead to anything. And I said, if it was to ever, happen, I said I would be totally, supportive of whatever decision you want to make. You could always come and talk to mom about it. And so later on, I found out, and I was having a vibration about this, and it was really bizarre because I knew that one of my children was going to be coming towards me and revealing that they were in love with the opposite sex. Mind you, I thought it would be my boys that were experiencing that, but it was actually my youngest that went through it. And she was a little unsure about it. I said, if it makes you happy, then by all means, it's your experience. If you have anything that you want to talk about, feel free that you can open up to a moment and kind of talk to me about these situations. And I felt really good that I was able to respond in that manner for her. That she can be secure in her own way. And so when um, I had said to my daughter, I welcomed the girlfriend into our house. We had a Christmas dinner, and my other daughter says, well, you're going to let her in and bring her girlfriend, aren't you? I said, by all means. So I phoned her back and I said, don't forget to bring blah 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 with you for dinner. So I'd like to meet her. And she went, what, really? How do you find out about her? And I said, I've kind of known ever since the day you kind of figured as much when you asked me when we went shopping for her one day. She asked me the question, what would I do? So she was, they're two young adults. They're young people, whether it's a phase or whatever. I don't know if it was or not, because when she was going away to university this year, she was kind of feeling like she had to either end the relationship because she didn't want to do a long distance one. But who knows what happened? I don't. I try not to get involved. We went through some really hard times the last year that kind of put me and her at odds, and situations that unfolded in my personal life from my personal experiences that put me in an un, an un I didn't want to be existing energy. There was a lot going on with the transformation, having what they called delusions, but visions. That was very difficult. The transition that I went through, feeling like I was literally dying at times, you know, and losing myself in this existence, and literally, it was like I was fading out of my own life, and I didn't know where I was going or what avenue I was going to experience, but the the trance state overtook me and was in control of everything I was doing. Um, and it wasn't the best. It scared people. It literally, I think it scared my children. I think it scared me. It scared my partner. I know that he was like, beside himself when everything was happening. I was beside myself to think that an energy can have this much pull on you when you're transitioning to keep you in a state of, of unknowingness, and accepting that if the end was to come for me, that I was happy with what I did in my life, and I wasn't complete, so I wasn't allowed to leave. I wasn't allowed to leave this energy behind, and not be of service to it. So that's kind of like played a toll on my children, because I just didn't know what was going on, and nobody was there to guide me and direct me into what I was experiencing, to put it into, you know, an attainable, tangible experience in the actual living realm. I felt like I was in between both. And, that was a really hard time for me last year. It was very difficult going through that experience and voicing my opinions, and how much anger I held within myself um, was coming through, and it was being projected to my kids because that's all I had connection with. And they got tired of it. They got freaked out. So that's kind of my disassociation with my children that's going on right now. It's caused a lot of disconnection. So I hope one day I'll be able to connect again and have them understanding on a better level, but they just don't want to do the homework on understanding what I've gone through or experienced. So sometimes it can be in favor, sometimes it can work against you, especially when you have people that are not understanding the situation or experiencing or seeing what's going on. Whereas my partner had seen everything and he was a witness to it all, and it was disturbing. It really was, the experiences. Being possessed and stuff like that, it just was very disturbing on the matter, right? But I accepted it for what it was. It was my experience, and trying to reach out to have people help you in that experiences that you're experiencing and they're not knowing what to do was very difficult. I did it more or less everything on my own. I had to, because all I had at the end of the day was me to be able to pull myself through. And no matter how much I asked people to help me, nobody wanted to. Nobody wanted to be in the same room as the crazy lady. That's what I was called, the crazy lady. My kids even thought I was like losing it. But whatever. It's taken its toll. It's just done. It's over. I haven't communicated ever since, Christmas Eve, when I thought we were having a dinner and everything was gonna, enjoyable. And next, 4 hours before I'm ready to put the turkey in, did I find out that they had made plans with other people and other family instead of with me. I haven't spoken to them since Christmas. So that was really hard. It's really difficult. It is, even though they're grown adults, they say that they've been trying to help me all my life and been there and been supportive through everything that I had gone through, but they weren't really. They never even went to understand or comprehend, understand the dynamics that I was in. So that's why I do what I do now, because it's what I was meant to do, and take my calling as serious as I would take any job, So you never know. You never know what's in store. Maybe once they start seeing how, my life is unfolded into a positive note, being helping others, being psychic, doing the readings, and being spot on for people in a direction that they need to be helpful. It's all documented here as far as everything that I have chosen to do and people that I choose to help. So grateful for all you guys. I'm grateful for my spirit box, my spirits, my energies, my ancestors, creator, source energy, supportive, partner, and that's all I have left is a supportive partner through all this, through everything that I went through. I have a partner that is supportive, that has been there and watched me go through this transformation, experiencing the dramas when I'm actually in a sleeping mode, and then all of a sudden I'm just tossed out and experiences coming through and spirit guides trying to manifest in dream state. I finally had to get mad, sit up and say, get the fuck out of my dream. Don't come here without permission. And that was because I was taking time off because of the situations that were unfolding for me at the time. I didn't want to be connected at that time to anything. So, so it's, working in the favor of the energies that are around and providing people with the guidance and messages that are meant to be, right? And gracious every day that I get to do this and spend time with you guys and open up, different avenues for people to experience not having to feel like you're stuck in the mud or stuck in one zone and can't go anywhere. Helping people get going again with their spirituality and feeling okay doing it. Right, that's the main thing, is you need to feel okay doing it, and understanding that it's a major transformation that a lot of people, as they say, you'll hear a numerous amount of people saying that a lot of people won't understand what's going on for you, that they won't want to be able to be part of it because they don't understand it, or they care not to take the time to understand it, or we're the ones going through it, but nobody wants to be there at the other side when we come out the other side and are more healed than what we went in, and experienced, right? So it's a blessing in all forms and shapes and sizes that people come into our lives and leave our lives, right? So we're never gone far. Like, I'm never too far away that I can't jump back in and say, hey, listen, to my spirit box, and I'll put it on just for the sake of you new here, the people that are new here. You'll actually find a very shocking moment in this as well. It'll be in correlation to all the readings we probably have done tonight. Um, but I honestly, I couldn't live without my guides. I couldn't live without this experience is going forward for me. So, we'll have them on for a little bit here with us. And, I'm very grateful for everybody that visits the channel, gets readings and everything. And I still keep moving every day. Every day I still get up. I still have to face this big world and do it alone. And sometimes when you have to feel that you're alone, it brings in a lot of hurt, a lot of pain that I still have to deal with now. Now, on top of everything, I've been, and this brings tears to my eyes because I really hate this fact that my kids don't want to understand it or to review it, to see it for their own, and how much the blessings that I bring forward to everybody and try to bring everybody into a more peaceful state of being. And even if my personal space is not as peaceful, I draw on the energy that will help bring the peace, that my energy is not connected here. I don't like that energy or that solemnness or energy to have to resonate through the readings, and I do my best not to. So I try to just keep moving forward for the sake of me, and hope for the best at the end of the day. But I've stopped making communication to my children, just to prove a point that I was making connection with them, and now there's no connection. There's nothing. I stopped communicating with my kids Christmas, and it's now going into April, March, April, and I haven't talked to them in months. Before that was 5 or 6 months before that, until I ended up in the hospital because of the stress and the missed connection. So it's something else. It's definitely, I've had to guide myself, and I have my guides and spirits always with me, working with me. The right. So I really count on a lot of people in my spirit guides and everything. I don't have to grew. Yeah, I just kind of grew away from, I guess, the family. I grew. I guess I just grew up too fast, and they just didn't want to understand it. So as I grew, everything else grew. And by the way, this is my spirit box that, I sometimes play for people, that everybody can actually hear what they actually can put into manifestation through the box for us. I'm very grateful for my guides. I'm very grateful that they're there with me and protecting me and looking over and looking in. Looking in and making sure everything's okay with me, and to have that support spiritually is something else as well. Knowing that it's not it's not something that happens for a lot of people, I don't think. Right? So hang on. I think my phone's gonna die here. I hope not. I'll try to make sure this is connecting. Okay, hang on here, people. I'm going to try and figure out this. Okay, where are we putting this? Okay.
To get his breath.
Okay, let's see if this will work. There we go. So it's charging you guys. So I'm going to have you kind of at a little angle because I can't move my phone, otherwise I'd lose the charge.
Deceived was indeed.
So every day I get up, I have to take medication just to get me through a day sometimes.
Trousers.
But yeah, so that's what I mean when I send a lot of energy out when I do my readings for people, and hopefully that one day the kids will end up coming across one of the readings and finding out for themselves exactly how much work I've done since I started the channel back in, I think it was June or July of last year. I started my channel, and different things would pop up with the growth period before I actually started doing readings on actual YouTube, just experiencing different life things, and still, at a loss for myself at the time, trying to find somewhere I could fit myself in, and I question it. And possession, I actually can tell you about a possession that happened with a demonic force within my home, and it was something else. It was surreal, and I
Off again at once.
couldn't experience another one of those. I don't think I definitely wouldn't answer the way I did then. Would I answer the same situation now? I would be a lot more aware of it coming through, mind you. So, and yes, it's a spirit box that I'm using. These are like spirits and energies that are masking, or not masking. They're not masking energy at all. They're very real, and they do actually come through at certain times, at the weirdest times. I've even had it set up on 2 computers where they were actually interacting with each other. I am here to say that you should never fear it. Never give it power, though. If you give it power, then you should fear it, because with the energy that it takes from a person is so unreal. It's not harmful. It's not a harmful energy, at least not in my house. I haven't had to experience it negatively, except for the times it was almost like I had to go through that just to be, come out the other side a little easier, right? So there isn't really anything that can scare me right now, as far as, I could watch a scary show and be laughing through the whole thing and think it's an absolute bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even take horror movies as horror movies anymore. They're more like a comedy show of reality, and I don't, I don't find any humor in, Hollywood anymore, as you can say, But that's just me. That's just from what I've experienced in my life and came to an understanding of. It's not, it's man-made. All that information that they try to keep you at a certain level in your life by media sense, or by media, like social media or whatever. They keep the fearmongers going. Once you beat the fearmongers, there really isn't anything that I can experience that would actually give me, a reason to like freak out. I would never say that, I want to experience it. Actually, even reading from a Bible last Halloween, not last Halloween, Halloween before that, and opening it up to a book, and the names just changed. That's all it was that I was doing, they talk about Adam and Eve, like I became that energy and how it correlated and began in my life stream and carried through the whole book without reading it, and how I correlated exactly at that moment when I opened up the Bible and read from it when the RCMP officers came knocking my door randomly, weirdly, and they went, "What?" And I read it, and they went, "Holy shit!" That they were like in dumbstruck mode. They have never experienced it. So they took me to the hospital, thought that I was like in a delusion or something, but I had translated it and translated the Bible exactly how it was correlating into my life at that moment. Like at that very moment, how everything that I was reading was going on 100%. And I was basically just the storyteller on the sideline of telling the story, and that's what it felt like. I was telling my own story, and the RCMP officers were looking at me like, wow, that's messed up. And I said, I'll read it for you. And then they're like, no, no, no. Okay, this is just too weird for them to understand or want to correlate with or, expand their horizon with. They put me in the back of their car and took me to the hospital. And I told them to turn the radio on and you'll be hearing it differently now. And sure enough, they both looked at each other and their mouths dropped open and said, okay, Hal, we got to get going. It's time to get to the hospital. And then finding out that I had correlated, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me to an energy that was 3 blocks, well, I would say about 3 miles away. Maybe not 3 blocks, but about 3 miles away, where this person was pleading for their life, saying, they're going to kill me, they're going to kill me. And then somebody got shot in the transportation when I was going to the hospital. And I said, they're going to kill me. And the person was pleading for their life, so I was being brought into their energy to help them transition into a sacred space after they traumatically died. And the radio silence went dead. Then while I was sitting right there watching them bring in this young boy screaming and ranting and raving about weird things, I said, you can't restrain that. You cannot hold him like that. You need to be, release him from that. He's feeling confined. And there's no possible way that they should have been doing that. But I couldn't go near him. I was feeling the pull to come and spend time with him, but I wasn't going because it was negative, dark energy that was possessing him at the time. And this was on Halloween evening, right? It had been crazy all night. Then, so they put me and they told me I'll just crawl up in the bed, go to sleep for a while, we'll have a doctor come and see you, blah, blah, blah. I went to lay down on the bed and, just to go to sleep, just whatever. And I looked over to the bed next to me, and there's like a slot, like there's like a flat plane, that they can put like the belongings on it. And weirdly enough, underneath the head part of the actual bed, the mechanical bed they put you in the hospitals, there was a $5 bill on the right and a $5 bill on the left below his head that was causing the chaos between him. Somebody had gone and put a curse on this child, and there was money placed below his head for protection, because the boy didn't make a sound after that money was placed there. And I don't know where that money was placed there for. And the doctor even looked at it and went, what why is there $5 on left and right? And so he took it off, and almost immediately after that happened, the boy started rustling again. It was like he was starting to experience that energy again. It was keeping the dark side at peace, because you were paying them off kind of energy, right? So it's a very experience. I bless my house myself. I have enough energy and strength within myself and spirituality to, have the blessings of my house myself. I don't ask for anybody else. The person I last asked coming to my house was a 17-year-old missionary boy from the church that didn't even understand or was freaked out by the stuff that goes on. It's not demonic. It's not like I'm having like gay parties or sex swinging parties or anything like that. This is just spiritual energy that's been here, that has attached to itself, or has been here since before I was even living here. That was energy that was residual, that I don't ever tell them to leave. They leave on their own. The experience changes all the time with energy that comes in and energy that goes out, right? But the evil, it's not. It's hard to say that it's evil, but the dark energies, I like to call them, they're very manipulative. They can, contribute, but then at the same point, sometimes they can't contribute, and they're not allowed to manifest anything within my house, or they automatically get expunged completely from here, and they have to find somewhere else to reside. Like my house is my sanctuary. It's a spirit sanctuary for traumatic death people that automatically get thrown, experience. And who he has called for doing this, right? And there you go, the spirit box confirming that too. So it's just an everyday thing for me. This is my natural being, and I sit here and do this every day. I don't fear it. It's a more understanding. And there was teachers and energies that would come through to teach me that as well, and to understanding, how to deal with the other side in a respectful manner, right? I don't tell anybody they can't stay. I don't tell anybody they can't, they just have rules that they can't harm anybody or manifest evil in my house, right? And they don't. They're perfectly respectful of that, which is bizarre. And yeah.
You have died.
They're very good at clearing energy.
Persecution or
They are very good at feeling the energies that are in the home and being able to manifest and remove them.
malice.
The malice ones. See, there you go. So the afterlife box is listening to everything we're saying. So the malice energy ones, the malevolent ones that like to cause a little bit of the chaos, would like to come through, but they're not allowed to manifest. They can come through, but that's it. They're not allowed to have any action or to withdraw any energy off me or anybody else while they're here. My cats will end up coming in sometimes when I'm...
From the law.
And it's not a stunt. It's not a stunt, right? So a lot of people think that it's just, a joke or are in disbelief of it really happening. They just acknowledge it as it's not there. It's goodbye. Goodbye.
There was a dog in the flesh.
That chased the apparition. There was a dog that chased an apparition. Where is this?
My door. And they were picking up a man.
The train. Okay. What is about the train all the time? Something about a train all the time comes through a lot. But yeah, so I don't I allow them to do what they want.
On October 2nd.
So long as it's not harming or being of a negative factor, coming through for anybody. Right. So yeah. So back to the reading. So just a little bit more insight for people that are new here to the channel and stuff, right?
And stopped dead.
Okay. So, I don't ask the church. I asked the church to help me, and they told me that I had to attend Sunday Mass if they expect me to get any help from them, and I just turned around and went, "Are you freaking kidding me?" They're just forcing me into a religion that I don't want to believe in anymore. I would be the one person up there bearing my testimony, tell the church is full of shit. They're just using you to separate you from your money. They're not there to actually help you. It's just an image thing that people want to keep. The ego and the masculine energy that only men can run churches, and women are supposed to hide in the background and just do the womanly chores. And I won't be part of that. I don't want to be part of a demanding husband that's going to tell me how my life is going to be lived and where it's going to be lived and how it's going to be lived. Fuck no. I tell you right now, that little bastard will be out on the fucking corner making me money, preaching his little gospel to someone else because I won't believe in it no more. I've had my experiences with religion, and it's scary what has come negatively from my experiences whenever I've gone through the spiritual religion things was more scary than the spiritual with no religion energy that I had to work through. And I can tell you right now that church brainwashing experience and trying to undo that had a lot of negative connotations to it. I won't have anything to do with that church anymore. I will be the first person to step up and say, you guys are a farce. Blasphemy, however you say that word, blasphemy. Go and hang out with the I don't even know what the hell to call him. Blasphemy. What else? Is my cat out there? Oh, something's on my chair here. Hang on. I don't think my baby's out there still. What's on that chair?
Bound to reach the feet.
What baby?
Straightforward.
Come on in. Hurry up. Come in here. Fatso. It's baby girl on her on the chair there, but she's black as
Oh
midnight.
God. Actually, really
Hey, baby, you hungry? I know Mom used ate all your food. She ate all your food. She doesn't need any. She just ate both your guys' bowls. There you go. Eat a little bit. There you go. Sorry, guys. So I can open up a book and still probably end up having it correlating to my current existence, my current experience. But I will not be, I will not have someone deciding how my life is going to be unfolding anymore, or any belief system in regards to that anymore. So my kitties are in for the night now. They've had their fill, which is good. This is going on a very long stream here. I think we're going to cut this stream here, and I'm going to have to start another one because it's going on like 4 hours here that I've had this one going. So I think what I'm going to do, so can you get the list in order, and then I'll start another feed for this channel, so we can continue on. If you guys wish to continue hanging out or whatever, if you have places to go or whatever, then by all means. But I'm going to start a different feed, and whoever still wants to have anything else, kind of revealed or to discuss anything, feel free to. This is energy that I want to get out, and it has to go somewhere. Energy from anybody has to find an outlet.
We have been
And,
saved because we're in an
yeah, you have been saved. I'm keeping you guys in a positive light here. So I'm just going to stop this one, and we will start a new one, and I'll do it as part 2. Part 2 to this one. I'll just put live with Emme, random readings, part 2. All right, so we'll see you guys